What's up, everyone? I'm here again to build Legos. So this is day four. I think I put day three, but this is actually day four of my Lego build. And I wanted to show you guys what I have so far. So I built all of this by myself. I'm so very excited. I'm going to continue building it today. And yeah, I am on bag 14 out of 44. And yeah, I think I'm going to have a guest later. I'm not quite sure. If not, I am currently watching Batman the Animated Series. I am on the episode where the Joker crashes the mayor's son's birthday party. But yes, this is where I'm at. I'm so excited for it. This has been 3 days in the making, like 9 hours. There's a bat cave with the Batmobile under Wayne Manor. The beginning of the like neon Batman sign on the top is there. And it's pretty sturdy. Like you see, it could stand up by itself. It's gonna go behind me. Is Batman? Someone on Instagram just asked me if Batman the Animated Series is good. The answer is it's tremendous. It's incredible. But yes, I'm gonna put this down over here. Look at this. This is the first time I got a hard table on this side. So I could finally make sure that everything is in place um, and push it down on here. Now, because the table that I'm on is actually not very hard, it's pretty soft. And now that I'm like, yes, perfect. Now that I brought another table over, I could put that there. So that's the side that I have over here. Um, Over here, I have bag 14. Also, where did I get this shirt from? I got this shirt from Mask in Disguise. Most of my shirts you'll see on me, I get from Mask in Disguise. It's one of those like drop um companies, and he does a lot of vintage shirts, a lot of like Batman, mostly Marvel. But I'm a fan of it, so let's get started. Shout outs to everybody on Twitch, on YouTube, on Instagram for joining me today. I'm on bag 14 out of 44. 14 out of 44. But you know what? We're good. My 9-year-old nephew gave me a tutorial on this. If you guys see me looking off screen, it's because I have my iPad here and that has what you guys are saying to me. Um but yeah, let's get started. Bag 14. We're working on a background again, so that's pretty cool. Hold on. Already shenanigans are happening. What's my favorite episode of Batman the Animated Series? Okay, so there's this episode where I think it's in season 3 where I think they have a dream. I think Batman is dreaming or Babs is dreaming, something like that. And it's like Batman gets exposed, his identity gets exposed. And it's one of my favorite episodes because there's a time when all of his villains like Harley and them are on a talk show crying about how, he's a villain too and how he like kind of scrutinized them and villainized them and was brutal to them when he's just as crazy. And thank you for the nails. I had to take a break from gel nails, so I went with something fun since I had to cut my nails short. I went to some random place in LA to get my nails done because it was an emergency and they drilled them to all color. But thank you. I'm so excited. So yeah, let's get started. We're going to the next section, bag 14. Right now, the Joker just stole the mayor's son on the episode. But the episode that I am building right now is Fear of Victory. If I was a better creator, I would go straight to the episode, but they don't say what season and episode this is. I'd be looking around. I'm not building the new Batmobile. I'm not gonna pull up. Actually, I can. I'm actually building, you know, I should be able to lift this as many times as I need to, but this is what I'm building. I have it resting on the side here. This is 9 hours of hard labor, and we're ready to go. Shout out to everybody pulled up. Alrighty then. What's up? Much respect to the fanboy fighter. Shout outs to Nashville, Tennessee. So I'm gonna turn this down so you guys can get a look at what I got here. Yo, it is hard labor. I am a builder, okay? That's what y'all don't get. So yeah, you guys gonna have to see my LaCroix. Let me move this way so you can see everything else. Yeah. All right, let's get started. Okay. So I'll let you guys know what I've been watching. I watched the Umbrella Academy. I actually was a really big fan of them, of the show for a really long time. I don't want to spoil things for people who haven't seen it, but I absolutely hated the ending. Like there were times I was screaming at the screen, upset about like what was going on. Not a big fan, but I can appreciate the fact that we actually got an ending because a lot of shows don't have that. I did finish the new season. The new season is about 6 episodes, and I watched it mostly over the weekend. Like I said, I personally wasn't a fan of it. But and honestly, I that's not even a hot take for me to say I wasn't a fan of it. I've seen a lot of people complain about a lot of choices that was made on the show. Um I just I couldn't personally understand where they were going with a lot of it. Like what was the point? I felt like a lot of things were left like to be unknown, and there were a lot of choices for characters that to me personally didn't make any sense. Yeah, and I mean someone said they lost them on the previous season, and I feel that too. They've always been a little odd to me, you know, like the series has always been, I always felt like that was their whole thing, like we're weird, we're different, we're, you know, it's a different way to interpret the superhero genre. Word to like, you know, the boys. The issue is they lost the plot. Like I don't know who was writing it, who wrote this season, but whoever it was, I don't know. They wasn't really banging with them for real, you know? Um, but yeah, let's see what everybody. Oh, we got people following me. What's up? In terms of book, right now I'm reading Saga. I'm loving it. I know I'm super behind. There's so much going on. But you know, I finally when I was at San Diego Comic Con, I was like, yo, give me a recommendation. I went to Boom to see what's going on. Oh, and hello to someone new. It appears I'm building a Lego set. I am building this Batman the Animated Series set. I am on bag um 14 out of 44. My shirt, I see a lot of people are interested in the shirt, is from Mask in Disguise. I'm a big fan of theirs. Most of the graphic tees that I wear from them, very high quality. The only issue is they do like drop shipping, you know, like they drop the shirt and then that's the only time you can get it. And, you know, that's hard to kind of keep up with. But if you do ever get a chance to like see their stuff or grab something from them, I definitely recommend that you do because their stuff is really, really good. Really, really, really good. Okay, so right now, I don't know what I'm building, and that's my favorite part is like I don't be knowing what's going on until after. And like even this, they're like telling me to do stuff, but they're not really telling me how to do. They're like, yeah, just eyeball it, you know. I'm sure you could look at this. Oh, you got all of Something is Killing the Children, but the father's not even reading it now. You know, we read most of it. We just stopped on on my Discord, we just stopped on like volume 6, I believe. We're kind of up there. I The summer is always really hard for me. You know what I mean? Like really, really hard because I mean, I just go I work the most of the time for it. San Diego Comic-Con, Anime NYC, there's just a lot. Um but yeah, we're reading it and we're going to move too. Yes, I'm on 14 out of 44. I am indeed breezing through it. Thank you. Because it's really easy to feel like I'm not. And I do be feeling that way like, dang, what am I doing here, you know? Um but yes, it looks like I'm building more of the background, which is pretty cool. This is how far I'm getting. What's up, David? What's up, everybody? You busy? I get that. You should be. Thank you. You know, I still feel guilty because, like, especially now, my Discord is thriving, y'all. I be jealous. I come in, they geeking, they having a good freaking time without me. They be having the best of time without me. And I'm like, I don't want this. I created this Discord so I could connect with people. You love it there. Thank you. But yeah, it's existing without me. But one thing I can really take pride in is that like I have been able to create a space that like people don't be acting up. Like I see so many creators be like, I can't control, my followers. I can't control the people who come on my page. But like I've always felt like you can because people don't be crazy on Discord. And for my friend on Instagram who's asking what Discord is, think of it like Google Chat or WhatsApp, but it's just so people can talk on different subjects. Right now, my Discord's like 315, I think, strong, which is pretty crazy when you think about it. Like, it's pretty up there. Okay. So now I have to add this piece under the building that I have right over here. So the piece I just built, I'm going to put it in this piece right here. I wonder if I should where's my Batman book? If you guys are nervous, I'm even more nervous. I have so much stuff I need to organize. This is my Matt Reeves, the Batman art book. One day I'll go through it. But right now it's gonna help me um, build this Lego set. It's gonna serve as a hard base, which I think would be very great. This is a light I use. People be wilding on Discord. It all depends on the server. I agree. My Discord is not like that. We be on our best behavior. I'm not just saying it because it's my Discord. Like seriously, I'm so shocked on how good and the type of culture I've been able to kind of foster on my Discord. It's really cool. Oh, I think I may get a guess. Okay, nope, I won't be, and that's fine. I'm gonna just chat with y'all today, which is great. Wow, already I put this on, and it's looking phenomenal. I'll put this book over here because now that I have this hard book, I could move it over. Oh please, this is like doing surgery. I'm not gonna hold you. It's nerve wracking. It's nerve wracking. I wish I had a really hard table, but I'm in a New York apartment. But yes, I'm so happy at the people that I attract, and it's really cool. Um, wait. Tiffy Starchild just hit me up and says she wants to build Legos with me. I'm gonna send her this. Yo, that's fire. Okay, hold on, y'all. Hold on, we may get Tiffy Starchild on here. Oh my gosh, let me invite, copy this stream. Wow. I mean, sometimes God's has favorites, and today it's me. Today it's me. Um, wow. Look at that. Oh, I can't send it from here. Wow. Look at this. I gotta stand up for a second. 1 second. Wow. Wow, 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 wow. I love Tiffy Star Child. Let me make sure I got my earphones too. We are all the way up. We truly are. Um, Looks like we're gonna be joined with Tiffy Starchild. We could talk about D23 and all this stuff when she finally gets on here. Yes, I'm obsessed with Tiffy Starchild. If you guys don't know, I post her stuff all the time. She's just so funny and pretty and fun. Um, and she don't take no shit, and that's the thing, and she's feminine, you know what I mean, like she's like nerdy Salma Hayek, at least to me. I find her to be like nerdy Salma Hayek. um and that's just because like growing up Salma Hayek was the most feminine person like that I had seen, like, out back in the day. It was Salma Hayek, and I don't know. That's it. You know what I mean? It became Gabrielle Union for a little bit, but yes, um, this is shaping up very nicely, and I'm so proud. You guys could see what I have. I'm actually running out of space, which is the best problem to have, y'all. The absolute best problem to have, um, is to be running out of space on your buildings. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, where was I? We were talking about just Discord. Oh yes, I have a Discord, and it is the Lisi. Oh, nerdy Selma Hayek is wild. But you are. I'm so glad. I'm so glad, yo. I'm so glad to be here. But yeah, my Discord is lit, and it just goes to show that the type of energy you put out is the type of energy that's gonna come. You know what I mean? If you're putting out negativity, then that's what's gonna happen. Like that's the type of people that you're gonna bring, that's gonna be around you, that you're gonna attract. All right, so this piece, oh, there's a square on top. You see, you gotta look with your eyes. You gotta look with your eyes. Um, How do I feel about the Ironheart trailer? I think it's good. I'm excited. I'm excited for Marvel. I'm not gonna hold you. I was a bit of a hater. I was hating a bit that I wasn't at D23. Like I was like, I want to be there. I wanna go where the people go. But what's not for you is not for you. And that's something I have to, I had to come to grips with. So at first I didn't even watch the trailers because I don't know, anyone who's new to me, I don't really watch trailers, period, because I feel like that just sets up expectations that don't need to be there. You know what I mean? But I did watch the Ironheart one and it looks good. The most important part to me was like, does this look like it's gimmicky? And the answer is no. Which is really cool. That's all I really cared about. I loved seeing the cast. They look great. Yes. And if you have a Lego set, y'all, come build with me. Build with me. I think Tiffy is gonna join me at one point. I have different people join me on here. You guys can join me on here. When I get stuck, you guys could tell me why I'm stuck, But so far, I'm doing all right. It's the letters that be getting me. I'm not gonna hold you. It's always the letters. Always, every time. But right now it looks like I'm building some sort of building, which is pretty cool. Not gonna hold you. So this is right underneath. No, is it? Yeah, it's beneath to this. Yeah, 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 yeah. Everybody. But yeah, ask me any other questions. I was excited, and also surprised that they're doing a what's that thing called? Shoot. Uh you know that guy. Not the Eternals, the other one. Um Incredibles, the Incredibles. I was shocked they are doing the Incredibles. Truly. Especially since Fantastic Four. I feel like the Fantastic Four and the Incredibles are so similar. So I'll be interested to see how that's gonna turn out, you know? But for me personally, I honestly can't wait for both. I love The Incredibles. I thought The Incredibles was so good. And I cannot wait to see what they're gonna do for season three. They're gonna grow them up. You know, what are they gonna do? I do hope that there's a decent time jump because, like, you know, if you guys have ever seen True Blood was a really good show that was out on HBO, and the first like three seasons occurs like over a week, like no lie. And you know, it after a while got old. It was like it's time to do a time jump. And it did do a time jump. But during that time, I liked it. But then it got ooh, it fell off. It fell off. But at its peak, True Blood was incredible. Let me tell you. Okay, okay, okay. We're looking good. We're looking good. It looks like I'm building a building. Oh, you just finished your sunflower Lego set. Please, if you guys have a Lego set, like I said, feel free. Join me. Always, always feel free to join me. If you see I'm missing something, you know, let the kid know. Help her out. Help a sister out, please. Please help a sister out. You know what I'm saying? Always here. I'm always here. It looks like I'm building a building again. Which is really cool. I love building the buildings, and you get the light to shine through it, which is always pretty cool. Mm, right now, these little kids are looking for Batman. True Blood was good until it wasn't. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Have I heard about the Absolute Power stories coming out from DC? Absolutely, I have. You know, Amanda Waller has slowly been becoming like a heavy hitter. So I was excited when I saw the Absolute Power series coming out. I haven't had time to read it. I actually started reading Saga, which is right now my jam. But yeah, I haven't read it. Oh, this is the right one. I haven't read it yet, but some people like it, some people do that. Some people don't. From what I've heard, this is just me putting out rumors. It's kind of like what if Amanda Waller was Batman? Which I could definitely see. Like she's a planner, things like that. Um, so I'm gonna check it out. I'm gonna take a look, see what it is. Like I said, I have to still finish Something is Killing the Children before the people on my Discord and the comic book crew choke me out. Because I know I would. You feel me? I definitely would if I was one of the, if I was them. You feel? I definitely 1000%. Huh. I feel like there is a piece. Oh, okay. I did miss a piece. Luckily, I didn't go that far. You feel me? And this is what it's all about. It's about finding, it's about making sure everything's in its place. It's about being mindful, being demure. Now, Saga is an adult book. I would not recommend watching, reading Saga with the children. But essentially, it's kind of like Romeo and Juliet. There is this planet, and they are at war with the people on their moon. And the war, it's actually really really on the nose with, you know, there's always a genocide going on, but right now there's a war going on that the entire universe is participating, and it's between this planet and its inhabitants and the moon and their moon. And the difference is the people who live on the planet have wings, the people who live on the moon have what do they have? They have like they look like druids. Like tieflings, you know? Um but it's kind of a Romeo and Juliet story. This woman is like the soldier who is in front of this captor, and they're reading a romance novel together, and they fall in love, and they kind of go off on each other. They try to go off together. And what makes it beautiful is their child, who's like a baby at the time, is telling the story from the future. And it's gorgeous. I love it. uh wow, we did it. The building is complete. I don't know if you guys, how much can y'all see? Let me see. Oh yeah, you guys can see I'm building this building right here. It's coming along. It definitely is coming along. Let me tell you. And it's crazy. Sometimes I be thinking about, doing things without y'all. I'd be like, let me just do a little bit, and I'm like, that's not fair. That's not fair. I gotta wait. Because y'all been with me since day one. Y'all been my hitters. I have to do it. Um, Wings versus Horns, and because they're at war with the moon, the planet, they can't really have battles in their home world, so they fight. Oh yes, that is another thing about Saga. So it's their planet versus their moon, um, but they don't fight on the actual planet or moon. So they fight on other planets, and the entire place is the entire is picking a side, and it's very interesting to see like who chooses what. There's a bounty hunter that's involved, and he has this thing called the lying cat, and I just love it because all it does is say liar anytime somebody's capping. I need somebody to please make a like make a story of them just saying cat, you know, the whole time. That'd be really funny. Okay, so how does this work? Oh, they're short ones, right? Ah, okay, okay, okay. So it's like this and then across. Okay. So yeah, I'm reading Saga right now. I'm loving it. All right, let me push this up a bit. Y'all, I'm making it. I'm making it. You're trying to follow along with the instruction books? Do I think Saga would make a good TV show? Yeah. The thing is, I feel like every time a comic book becomes a TV show, they automatically want to make it live action. And I don't think that that should be good. Honestly, like even Percy Jackson, I feel like Percy Jackson would be so much better if it was animated. Like even it's been one season. That season came out earlier this year, and that actor is a grown blood. Like I heard him speak. I was like, this man is an adult. Why is there an adult man on my screen for season two? But it's like, it takes so long for productions, approval, things like that. How could they not be, you know? Okay. This is where things are getting a little bit sticky. Is this is supposed to look. That's because I forgot to put this right here. Mm. I don't know what that did, honestly, truly. But let's see. I was missing one piece. Maybe if I move this piece up, can I? Nope. And here we are, y'all. Frankie is stuck. Word of the day. Frankie always stuck, okay? How did I get stuck? I don't know. Yeah. Bitterroot would be excellent as that flying. Yes, I think Bitterroot would be excellent as an animation, but at the same time, I would also love to see like all these black people get their propers, you know? Okay, I think I could do it now. Wow. Sometimes I just gotta believe in myself and give myself a second, take a step back. Um, I don't know. Oh, you're right. I was gonna say something about Cannon Busters, but one thing Cannon Busters had was incredible animation. Me personally, I wasn't a fan of where they went with the storyline. But the animation on Cannon Busters was really, really good. I have to say. I definitely was a really big fan. So I would love to see Bitterroot written by the people who did Cannon Busters. Wow. Y'all, again, never doubt yourself. Always push through. Always push through. Look where I'm at. You know what I'm saying? While talking to y'all. Not that it's hard to talk to y'all. Y'all are pretty easy to talk to, but still. And by y'all, it's really me. Unless y'all say something, you could definitely say something. You hear me? Okay, so this goes here, and then this is here. Um, but I'm trying to think what else. So Batman Cape Crusader is done. I don't know what to do in my life. I loved it so much. Um, every moment of it. Oh, I'm making a bridge now. Okay, okay, okay. Let's look. I gotta get my little light on. I feel like this is my thing, and they tease me in my Discord because like I'm building the pyramids, but that's how I be feeling. That's how I be feeling. Like I am an architect like no other, and I should be respected as such, you know? Okay, let's just get this lighting on here. I got this light to help me when it's dark out. Oh, why am I doing that when I have a light behind me? Wow, that's all I had to do. Put this light on behind me. Sit here in the dark. This light is pretty good though. It goes on your phone. I'm a fan. All right, where was I? Building this little bridge. Can you guys see? Progress, progress, progress. Always, always be mindful. Always be demure. Oh, Tiff is here. Hold on. Tiff been here and I've been in my own world. Hold on. Hold on, hold on, hold on. Wow. Wow, what a lady. What a lady. Just with I'm so sorry. Hold on. Let me make sure I got my audio on. It is not. Okay. Hello?
Hello.
Oh wow. Thank you for joining me, Tiffy. How
Thank
are
you
you?
for having me.
Of course. Look at you. Tanned up. I mean, you live in California, so do you have a perpetual tan?
I don't, and I was wondering if it was my darker shades were noticeable, and I guess they are. I'm
I
very
like it. I like it. I think you look great.
thank
You
you very
gotta tell.
much. I only don't like it when I have to mix my makeup and my foundation, where I'm just like, all right, we in the summer shades.
And then you get lost. That's where I'm at too, because nothing seems to match.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? But
Also,
your makeup always looks great.
thank you. I was getting ready to
Yeah.
film, and actually, I popped onto YouTube to look at the Mufasa trailer because I was going to make my video about that because I haven't seen it yet. And then I saw
Mhm.
yours live, and I was like, I could build Legos instead for a bit.
Ooh, I love that. What are you gonna build?
I am going to build this flower bouquet that I've literally had for maybe about 2 years now, and I've been wanting to build it. And it's gonna go
Wow.
right there. Normally, I keep fresh flowers, but
Mhm.
fresh
I,
flowers be dying and they're expensive. And I'm like, oh, we need Lego flowers.
and you travel so much now. You know what I mean? It has to be difficult to keep up with it. How
Yeah.
many pieces is it?
Um, 756.
Okay, that's not bad. You could do it.
I can do.
I I committed to 4,216
That's
because
incredible.
why not? This is my first like actual Lego build. Um but DC sent this to me and I was like,
Cool.
I can't like be no bitch. You know what I'm saying?
So
I
big.
gotta
You
I
see,
gotta take it. But tell me all about first of all, tell me about I know you haven't seen the Mufasa trailer, but how are you feeling about the film in general?
I feel
About the
the way that I do. Ooh, someone said that's pretty. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. And Omar's here. Hi, Omar.
Hey Omar, or is it the Brave and the Bold? No, no, no. This is Batman the animated series. I can actually take a second to show you guys. Um, this is my progress so far. Um, I always love to show my Wayne Manor because there's a little bat cave in it. Oop, my little plant came off. I can fix that. But yeah, there's a little bat cave in it. Look at it.
Oh,
The
that's cute.
little the little thing. Which it took me forever to build, and then I cover it. And then up here, Clayface is on the radio doing the radio waves. And I can't take this piece off here with the cat, but Catwoman's in there feeding her cats. And then down here in court, somebody in jail. It's
Oh,
pretty cool, right? I
mhm.
agree. I agree. So it's been very rewarding, very difficult, but I love it. There's a piece here that just came
Omar
out too.
says, I was saying that what the collaboration between you and Tiffy would be called, World's Finest or The Brave and the Bold.
Oh, world's finest or the brave and the bold? I don't know.
Those
Tiffy,
are
you ready to come to our side?
of what?
To the DC side?
I would like to visit. That's why I texted you about the Batman series, and I was like, "Ooh, is it worth exploring?"
I think it's worth it, honestly. I am a diehard Batman fan, so I enjoyed it honestly equal as a Batman fan. I enjoyed it as much as I enjoyed um X-Men the animated series, X-Men 97.
Mm,
Now, but that's me as a Batman fan, but people were giving it 10 out of 10. Like it got 10 out of 10 on Rotten Tomatoes. You
wow.
know what I mean? Yeah, it's really good. And it's very much like, first of all, there's all these people of color. They like gender bent and race bent a lot of people.
I've been seeing.
Like Harley Quinn is Filipina. I don't know if she's Filipina. She's Asian.
Okay,
Um, and thick. She got a body on her.
okay.
Um, Jim and Barbara are black. The Penguin's a woman. It's just all very very cool. And the story, it's like early Batman, and so he's still getting his shit together too.
Mm,
He's still getting his shit together too. And they're not afraid to show that like he's not perfect. So there are times where Batman is just not a good guy. Oh, I'm on bag 15, y'all. Oh shoot.
I hate giving Batman props, but damn, that shit bangs 30 out of 10 because Omar has seen it.
Oh, Omar's such a hater. Yes, y'all, I'm on bag 15. You guys know the deal. I need a round of applause for getting through bag 14. I'll show you guys where I'm at. Make sure everything's nice and together. I'm on bag 15, y'all. Look at this. Yeah. Batman Kid Crusader was in the kitchen cooking. Thank you. And it's mostly about police brutality. Thank you guys. One shot, Tom, Ducky, thank you. But yes, I think to appeal to you, what I think you'd like the most about it is primarily about police brutality and where Batman sits in it, right? Like,
Mm,
and it's also him trying to figure out how can you be, what does being vengeance and like representing Gotham and fixing Gotham, how does that look in a place that dirty? And the way that they explore it, the interpretations of the characters are so very different, particularly with Harley Quinn, where she's a villain all on her own. Like she's not associated with the Joker yet. You know what I mean? She's
mm.
just doing her own thing, and she's so much more terrifying. And also Bruce Timm. Oh, why did I put this away? I still need it. Bruce Timm is one of the writers. It's
Okay.
really cool. Also, there's one episode that's really black. They got like 5 black writers on it, and they use Gentleman Ghost, and he's super racist. It's hilarious, actually. You'd
I like
really like it.
something has been touched by black writers.
You could always feel it. You could always feel it. So, what are you watching?
In general, right now,
Mm-hmm.
well, I'm trying to get into Interview with the Vampire. I've done the first episode, so I've started. But I'm also doing a complete rewatch of all the X-Men movies because as much as you're a DC girl, I'm up Marvel's butt. So
Mm-hmm.
I wanted to go back and just see how far we've come with X-Men media. So I finished X-Men First Class. And it's really funny that y'all talking about people cooking because that's one of the things I wrote in for the video I'll do about this rewatch is that someone was in the kitchen cooking and that kitchen needs to be shut down. So
No, for first class.
for First Class,
Whoa,
when
dang! And we was eating that up when it came out.
I remember when it came out, and I remember being so confused the entire movie. I'm like, what is happening in this movie? And even now, I'm like, what is happening? I understand it a lot more now. I'm way more familiar with like the characters and things like that. So that's pretty cool. But
Mm-hmm.
far as the story itself, why was Mystique even in the middle? All she did was look longingly at Charles and then Hank and then be on the fence her entire self until her and Magneto fucked. And then you're beautiful, Hank. Don't ever forget that you're so fucking beautiful. Like, she didn't do nothing but switch into one person, and Rebecca Romaine Stamos at some point. I'm sorry, Rebecca Romaine. But I was just, and then it was like they took the really good part, or like they're like, let's see what we could take from the early 2000 X-Men movies. We're gonna make it better, and then somewhere between the idea and the execution, it just didn't quite align. If that makes sense.
Yeah, no, I agree. I rewatched it on the plane recently, and I remember thinking I didn't make a video because I didn't want to get on the plane, but I was like, this is not as good as I remember it. It was the first thing I thought about because you're right. Even Mystique as a whole, I was like, where are they going with her?
I guess it made a whole lot of sense to see from. I'm also approaching these films as I know nothing about the X-Men because I don't want to be the person that's like, well, in the comic books, understanding is different from the comic book. So I'm trying to set the comic book knowledge completely aside, but I'm trying to also fill in the gaps of being like, okay, if I didn't know what was going on in the comic books, would I have any idea who these characters are or what the relationships are? Because the movie did not do a really good job of explaining that. So
Mhm.
trying to separate that out and then kind of taking away my 2024 brain of like, I'm living in today's time. So the expectations regarding movies and CGI and things like that is much different. Let me go back to 2011 when this got released. And I'm also doing
Uh,
in chronological order. So just trying to navigate, pretending as if I know nothing about these characters and seeing if it makes sense.
how do you feel about what they did with Darwin?
Oh, that shit don't make sense to me at all.
Even if you didn't know what it was, he explains what he does.
Right, right. And so when he says adapt to this and then put the stored up Havoc's energy inside of him, why wasn't the response, oh, okay? And he
I
fucking
think I think they were trying to show how powerful Kevin Bacon was. The
like,
power of Kevin Bacon.
I don't know how I feel about that, Frankie. Not gonna lie to you.
I didn't like that too. She said they missing the season. They were missing the season in X-Men.
Yep,
I agree. I liked it, but you know what it is too? We was hungry. We was thirsty.
that's true. Because I
We
do
was
love
real
X-Men,
thirsty.
so I want anything X-Men that I can get.
And it's funny, someone was like, "You talk so much about X-Men. You're a Marvel lover." And I was like, first of all, it's okay to love both, but two, X-Men and Marvel are two different things. Like I know they the same, but they different.
Hmm.
They different. Um,
Quick
so
question.
mhm.
These Lego
Let me
sets
look.
do not come with instructions.
No, no, no. You don't have a book? You should have a book.
I have a book. Oh, they're further. Okay. I was just looking at this little page here, and I'm just like, just giving
Oh
it.
no, 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 no. Yeah, they start off with bullshit advertisements, but
Got
you
it.
gotta get a little bit further and then they'll give it. And then you should have, because you have pretty nails too. You should have this tool. This is something I learned about. Let me see if I can get this in even closer to me so you can see. Um, but basically, this tool is so you don't mess up your nails. I know it's not specifically for your nails, but for us, this is how it helps. But you take it and it's like you hook it into the piece. And if you put it in the wrong place, you could just lift the pieces. You know what I'm saying?
That's very nifty.
Yeah,
Oh,
I had to get a new manicure because I didn't know that.
oh no, they ain't gonna mess up my manicure.
That's what I'm saying. So make sure you use this guy when you use it. Um, when was the last time you watched the Ben Affleck Daredevil?
When it came out,
When it came out?
yeah.
Do me a favor and watch that again,
Watch
please.
Daredevil.
Yo, it's so dated now that it's good again.
Okay, but you know
Like, you
what?
know what was
Because I do
mhm.
want to see Elektra again. She debuts in that one, right?
Yeah, she debuts in it. Jennifer Gardner looks really good in it. It's Colin Farrell is so funny. He's so campy. He's so campy.
That
I
movie
love it.
the B
Daphne Bang, it was a B plus movie, and they hated it. I agree. I think it was way better than people was trying. Like people were talking crazy about it, and I rewatched it, and I was like, y'all some haters on your own stuff.
Ben Affleck was doing the Lord. You got Omar screaming in all caps. So
Ah, and you know what? I picture him not actually pressing caps lock. Like I feel like he's just pressing, like he's capping, he's pressing shift in every letter each time. The soundtrack goes, it's the first time many people got introduced to Evanescence. I
okay.
feel like people don't be, people just be sleeping.
They're saying bag one, and I got two bag ones.
You have two by bag ones.
Yeah. I have two bags with one on it.
Oh, oh yeah, I don't know what that is. So I would maybe take them both out.
Okay, I did one. I feel so brave. I was doing
It's
that.
scary. You just look at little pieces, but it's so rewarding once you get once you start to see like, oh, I'm doing this, I'm doing that,
I gotta separate all the pieces that match first.
and put them together.
Yeah.
Nice. Yeah,
That
organizing my first session took me like 45 minutes to organize.
oh God. Oh.
But
I was
but
hoping
this is a way bigger,
oh
don't let that deter you. This is a way bigger place.
I was like,
Than
I was hoping to have this wrapped up in about 45 minutes.
the 700 pieces? Oh yeah, maybe not. Maybe not 45 minutes.
Oh, okay. This was a project for another day.
Maybe like I'd say maybe an hour and a half,
Yeah,
2 hours.
I could
We'll
do that.
see. But you could do it in pieces,
Ben
You could do
Affleck,
it in pieces.
Daredevil, Reindeer Games. Me after seeing the movie, Mr. Affleck. I apologize. You had us covered like I.
Yo, a lot of us didn't respect Ben Affleck for a very long time. Even as Batman, like I saw so many people talking shit about Ben Affleck as Batman, and I was like, yeah, bugging. He was incredible. I loved him as Batman. I was a really big fan of him.
I
But
go back and really watch these things because I don't. I remember seeing it, but I can't tell you details. I wouldn't be able to like speak on it. Both bag ones are one. Now, what kind of goddamn sense does that make?
both bag ones are one.
Yes, I guess if you,
Oh, so they're saying they separated bag one into two bags, but if it says bag one, then you need both those bags.
then they should do 1.0 and 1.5.
What's their problem?
That is what they should have done.
I agree. I'm making a skyscraper. And I'm on bag 16, y'all. Yeah,
I,
these bags are small. These bags are small. There once I get to 17, it'll take me longer. Um, but you guys know what to do. Let me please let me get some claps in here. Thank you, Juanita, who talked about my nails. It's called Sunshine. It's marigold for the Umbrella Academy, which is terrible, but I'm gonna remember what it used to be. I'm on bag 16. I'm not starting until I get that round of applause. So if not, thank you. Thank you. Y'all know the deal. You know what I'm saying? Okay, so you watch First Class, Tiff, and what else?
Tiffy, please.
I'm sorry, Tiffy. And what else did you watch?
That's really been it. It's been nonstop since before Comic Con. So now I'm actually getting a chance to breathe and do things. Hello.
Are you coming in for are you coming for Anime NYC? When's the next time you're gonna be in New York?
Uh, October for sure. If I'm able to come out before that, I will. But I'm not booked until October.
Look at you, booked and busy. Yeah, hopefully I'll be in LA before. Oh, but you're not quite in LA. But yeah, hopefully you'll be out before then.
And you'll just be
Get
out
one more New York
here.
summer.
LA's not far. I can go to LA.
Oh yeah.
You don't really want to.
Duh. No, don't say that.
I
You and
said,
I both know that's not true.
I
You and
said,
I both know that's not true. Don't fib in 4K. Are you kidding me? I wanna start. I feel like I never have time, but I definitely want to start organizing things. You know what I mean?
I think that you should.
Thank you. I feel like I can. I just have to, I feel like you know how it is. Like everything happens all at once.
Wait, I'm so okay. So
Like,
uh,
oh, you're confused. I'm confused too. I don't know what they talk about here.
it's saying one, and then it has the pictures of what are these? Well, it tells me in the beginning what they are. Hold on, it gives me the name. So there's some roses. It don't look like a rose. There's some roses and a common daisy. So bag one makes the roses, three roses, and two common daisies. And it
Is
says,
it?
hmm?
No. Continue.
It says two of the little sticks. I have this bag of sticks. Okay. Two of the little sticks. Oh, I think this is telling me how to make the daisies. Okay.
Yeah, you got to do it like section by section. It will not look like a daisy until you're done. Like you're gonna doubt yourself. You're gonna be like, "What am I doing here?" And it will not look like a daisy until your very last piece.
Okay. Okay. I have more. Keep going. The daisy is first. Okay.
But yeah, that yeah, like it just looks random, honestly.
Okay.
But then when you go back and you look, you're like, "Whoa, I am I we were Kangs. I was the person."
We were
Oh, so
okay.
what are your thoughts on Robert Downey Jr.? Are you excited? Are you like, meh? You
No.
were at San Diego Comic Con. Did you get to go to Hall H?
No, I don't do panels at any convention unless I have access that stops me from waiting in line. So I just don't love anything enough to wait in line for it.
That's
Um,
fair.
um, and yeah, so I like the energy of certain things, and even for D23, I had access to the Honda Center things for a couple of them, but I was tired, and then I got an alert that the shuttle was taking an hour to get back, just like waiting for the shuttle, and I was just like, mm, mm. So I've made peace a long time ago with not necessarily being in the room for these big announcements. So there's that, but seeing all the footage online, my takeaway is that unfortunately it gives lazy on Marvel's part. I
Hmm.
don't enjoy that they're calling him like the greatest actor in the world. I'm not saying that he's a bad actor at all. I'm saying that I think that it feels more like stunt casting than actual like this is truly the best actor for this job.
Hmm.
For me, I also hate the amount of ego involved. And this is just my thing. But you know how, like, I know Tony Stark always did that thing. Like, he had the big, like, Jesus pose when he was demonstrating the Jericho at the beginning of Iron Man 1. And that just kind of became synonymous with him. And, oh, look, I am Tony Stark. I am great. Here I am. Take me in. As you praise and cheer for me, I'm just going to soak all this energy up. Um, so when Robert Downey Jr. gets up on that stage and he's not portraying Tony Stark in that moment, but he's doing this fuck ass Tony Stark pose, and we know that Tony Stark is an egomaniac, it makes me look at Robert Downey Jr. crazy. Because if you're here as Doom now, why are you showing up as Tony? And that to me is just kind of the epitome of how muddled this experience is about to be. So those are my thoughts on it. I think maybe he'll be a great Doom. I don't think that he was the best or only choice they had available.
Yeah, and I mean, this. Do you think he'll be the Doom that they have in Fantastic Four?
don't know. Doom, Fantastic Four, those are not storylines that I'm familiar with. And then
I
when I,
mean,
hmm?
mhm. I mean, he's basically their Joker. You know what I'm saying?
Hmm.
So
I
I couldn't see them not doing it, but maybe they'll introduce someone else.
yeah, but as far as Doom, and I, to my understanding, there was a Tony Stark variant that became like that is what I'm unfamiliar with, and if they're going to try to tie that in, but they also didn't they come out with a report recently saying that MCU specifically does not want to hire comic book fans in their writers' room, like they prefer people that do not know the comic book stories.
I did not read that, but that doesn't make sense. Um, yeah, the story that people were referring to with Doom becoming Iron Man or whatever, it's still Victor Von Doom and it's still the
Mhm.
same character. It's just Iron Man is dead and he's like, "Well, I'll be Iron Man." And to your point, that's what makes him so different from Tony is that like where Tony is arrogant and morally gray, Doom is principled, you know what I mean? And has a resolve that a lot of the despicable things he does is because of his principles and his resolve. You know
Mm.
what I mean? And also because of his heritage. Like him not being Romani is a big deal. Like him being a white man takes a lot away from his story. You know what I mean?
And that's just so
Um,
because not, and not just any white man, a white man we done said goodbye to
mhm.
franchise and all kinds of things. And it's just like, okay.
And like someone said, where they gonna find a Romani actor to me? And I was like, they found a deaf amputee Mexican Native American woman. They go they go find they could find a Romani actor. You know what I'm saying? Like people don't realize how many actors there are in the world and
Mm.
how many people audition for stuff. Like I remember when Bob Marley's son tried to say that there were no Jamaican actors, no biracial Jamaican actors they could find in England. I was like, what?
It makes me feel like when it comes to acting and things like that, it's like, did you really try? Because maybe you truly didn't find somebody. But if you're only like auditioning fucking sucks and it's expensive. And sometimes sometimes people get big breaks from social media and just posting themselves publicly and ultimately like getting that opportunity. And that's wonderful for them. But like traditional, if you see a post somewhere that says, hey, we're looking for this specific type of actor, getting yourself there, getting the time off work, having access to so much to be able to be included in that experience. It's like maybe y'all should be broadening your search by a lot because I feel like these people definitely exist, even if they didn't necessarily have the means to walk into your room.
No, I agree. And I think that's the point. They're not looking because when they do, they find it. Right? For Captain Phillips, they found random, what were they, Somali? You
Mm.
know that like when they want to find them, they will.
Well, we can.
They definitely will. But I'm definitely intrigued. I could say that. I'm intrigued. I'm excited. Oh, look, I think I'm building more of this skyscraper. Oh, they were Somali. Thank you, Omar. Omar is always like, let's ask our audience. And he'd be like, I got you.
Omar has all the info. He also texted me exactly which comic book to read, which line to read.
Which one was it?
He said Demon,
Invincible?
Demon in Armor from 2011.
See, but those are two different. Demon in the Armor is the one where he switches minds with Tony. You think it's that one?
That's the
So
one
there's
I kept getting referred to. That's the Mind Swap arc.
you think he's mind swapping? Which one is worse? He's Victor Von Doom, but he's mind swapping. Because the thing about Demon in the Armor is, so Victor Von Doom mind swaps with him, and again, this is why Victor Von Doom needs to be Romani. Tony Stark spending that time in Victor Von Doom's body fundamentally changes him.
Mm.
You know what I'm saying? But once again, to that point, it's like here we are again, just doing whatever we want to a character that's dead. That man is still dead. You know, like why are we bringing him back?
I guess it's one of those things ultimately, like, yeah, I'm gonna see it. I'm gonna see how this all plays out. I'm gonna watch the movie, but like I am not amongst the people that that are hearing this announcement and going, "Ooh, can't wait to see that." It's like, no, I'll see it, but
Yeah, I was in Hall H, because I was in there for the Penguin. I didn't know until I went there that people be camped out
oh
at
yeah,
Hall H. So
yeah,
I went in there for a couple of panels, but for everyone, I had a pass. So I would walk out. I would walk in like 5 minutes before the panel and then walk out like 5 minutes before the panel. And
yeah.
every time I saw people camping out there and I didn't know what it meant. And so finally I was like, what are those people camping out for? And it was like, they don't clear out Hall H. So um people will come the night before and hope for people to leave so they could take their spots. But some people spent all day hoping to get into Hall H and never got in. Side
Yeah.
note, someone just wrote, why does Frankie look like she's rolling up? That feels anti-black. I'm not gonna hold you. Like everything,
Okay.
everything I do look black. There, but yes, no, I'm making a little building, y'all. This is the opposite of rolling up. I'm doing something very wholesome. But yes, I was there and everybody was so very excited. Everybody was so very excited. It was
I
crazy.
love that for them. And that's one of those things where I'm not going to be like, this is stupid. I'll say that it's not for me.
Mm-hmm.
It's
Mm-hmm.
for me.
It's just not for. I agree, and that's what something I would say. I was like, and that's why I'm glad people started getting on this Eternals talk. I had given a take about how the movie was good, and I thought I was going to get torn to shreds, but a lot of people agreed. And my big thing is that this is confirming that movies like the Eternals, the majority doesn't want it, and it's something that I wanted. But if that's not what the masses wants, then I need to be open to that and understand it. What are these people waiting for? I didn't mean it like that. What are these people waiting for? I just didn't understand what was going on. And if I was missing out on something, you know what I'm saying? Turns out I was not. I
Okay.
was not.
I'm stuck on
Where
part
are you?
one. Step one.
Yo, once you get one bag done though, you're gonna cook the whole time. Promise.
It says that I need this little part that should be in bag one. It's not. It's not. Okay. It should be a little thingy with two little thingies towards the bottom. Okay. I'm looking through all my bags. Did anything drop? Nothing dropped.
You sound like me.
And I'm
This is me all the time. Am I missing something?
completely sober. This is crazy.
I know. I was like, oh, I actually was considering like, oh, let me get a little something. And then I was like, nah, I gotta lock in because I'll get lost. Okay. So I did add, I don't know if this is the Gazette or something like that, but this is what I did. I'm on bag 17 once again. Let me get that round of applause. But what I built was this guy right here. I can't see. Okay, I built this guy here, put that in the rest of this skyscraper here, and I built this little building which has people on here. Thank you, David. Thank you, Ducky, for the round of applause. This is where I'm at. And we're on bag 17. I wonder why this is opening. What does this do? Do you guys see anything moving? Oh, this is just to hold things in place. Okay. Some people, they said when I'm done, they as in like the bag says that when I'm done, I should be able to hang this up. I don't think I'll be able to do that, but that's word on the street. They out here talking bags, not waiting. Why y'all talking ish about us waiting online and stuff like that? This is the thing. I got in Hall H because people wanted content out of me. Not because I was some celebrity with a hookup. They were like, Frankie, will you tweet?
Would you
Frankie, will
please
you talk
stop
about
like
this?
diminishing yourself that way? You don't have to
Yeah.
like, stop it. I'm not playing this fucking game. You got the access
I
because
got the access. You're right, because I've been working hard. You're so right.
you worked very hard and you deserved it.
Thank you. It's so crazy to like, it's so crazy to have like been on the other side. You know what I'm saying? Like to have gone to cons as a fan and now to be working cons is kind of especially with DC, which I've been a fan on for a very long time, and it's so bizarre because you know I never had this in mind in terms of a career or anything like that. Like
Mhm.
I was gonna work in health care for the rest of my life. You know what I mean?
Mhm.
Did you go to school? And if you did you go to school for like marketing and stuff like that?
No, I went to school for theater. I'm a theater girl. Um,
Mm.
and that was fun. And only just recently was like, oh, I do use a lot of my theater degree in what I do as a content creator. So I like that for me, but did not intend to become a content creator like this. So still figuring some things out. And there are still times where I'm just like, oh no, yeah, this is not a hobby and I can't treat it like a hobby. San Diego Comic Con, because I'm a San Diego native.
Hmm.
I'm never like, it's so weird because it's just like, oh, I have to make content. I have to treat this like another content opportunity. But at the same time, when everything is content and you kind of risk burning yourself out, just living life of constantly, how can I monetize this? How can I make this into content that's engaging? How's it going to do in the algorithm? How do I put my life up in a 60-second clip for people to either digest and like or dislike? Like it's very strange. So Comic-Con for me is my I get to have fun, but then it feels like I'm wasting opportunities. So that's kind of bad experience for me. Last year I was doing a show, my first show in 5 years, and I missed the majority of the con and I missed the Hellfire Gala, which to this day and for the rest of my life I'm going to be very bitter about. But I was so upset. Um and then for D23, I don't know. Like, I don't know. I kind of wish I had done more for D23 content wise. I'm still working through the content, but when I'm there, I don't feel that compelled to do things. I don't know if that makes sense. I'll just be like, I'm just
Yeah, it's overwhelming and it's like you're right. Everything feels like you should be working and it gets in your head, especially then when you do go on social media and you see everyone else do it. You're like, dang, do I need to be doing content? Should I be filming this? Should I be filming that? And I agree, it's a lot. Um, and it's hard to decipher what you need to do, you know? For D23, I thought you did a lot of content. Me personally, I was watching your stuff. I was sitting there. I was sitting at home hating. I was like, "Look at Tiff, happy, 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 looking great, skin glowing."
I what you just said, I felt I had done a lot of content as well. But then I look at somebody else's and I'm just like, fuck, they did so much more and they made it look
Mhm.
so good. And also I have a very interesting relationship with Disney. People think I don't think I'm a Disney influencer. A lot of people think that I'm a Disney influencer. I think I was at one point. I heard that I pissed some people off on the inside. I don't know about that, but I wasn't invited to Disney things for the longest. So this one being invited out as a D23 creator is like, okay, bring my best, and then seeing some other person's content and being like, was my best good enough? And I talked myself out of that bullshit ass line of thinking. But that was a struggle, being like, okay, I want to do well, but I still want to be authentic to who I am. I've never sat up and tweeted live updates for just about anything. So why would I suddenly switch that up now and try to drop a video or try to tweet out or do a thread about everything that's being announced at the Honda Center for the big panels when my thing is to talk about shit later. I'm gonna watch the trailer, which was the plan today. Watch the trailer, formulate my thoughts on it, and then I'm gonna make the content the way that I normally do, the way that I've built my audience, the way that they're used to me speaking to them. So part of it has been very much like, man, I suck. I I'm so awful. And then the other part is like, no, I just have to be true to who I am. That's literally the only thing that I can do. So
And you got to remember too, when you, which I have to learn, I've learned the hard way, when you try to deviate from your content, you're punished. Like people aren't interested. They're interested in what you do and how you respond to things. And I've seen you work when, you guys may not know this, but we went to the X-Men house together, and watching you and Omar like doing that content together, yo, that shit shaped me up. That shit woke me up. I said, I gotta lock in. People out here making real shit. Truly, truly, it was so good.
but
It
you
was
that you lock in the brand deals. That's what inspires me because I'm so shy and I'm so bad at securing brand deals. I really do wait for them to approach me, and I'm just like, "What? You want to work together? That sounds great. Let's do it." As opposed to being very proactive, being like, "Hi, my name is Tiffy. You want to hire me?" Like, ooh,
right. I'm sorry. Cause that's how it feels, right? You're like, I'm t- I've always been like, I don't want to do sales work. Like I'm not into, oh, is Vince joining us too?
it's fantastic, Frankie.
Oh yeah. Who's this? Oh yeah. Yeah, but I've always been like, yo, I hate doing brand deals. I hate doing brand work. Like not brand deals, but sales work. And that used to be like my worst nightmare, working in sales. And now I'm like fully in sales. I'm just selling myself. You know
Yeah,
what I mean?
it's hard.
It
It's so
is definitely really
hard.
difficult.
Omar says, talk about the punishments from the deviation. Well, TikTok for sure. When I switch up on
Mhm.
TikTok, unless it just really, really, really pops off for whatever reason, and you can't guarantee that happening. There's no guarantee that your shit's gonna go viral or do well. And sometimes, oh well, why is this piece in this bag? You supposed to be in bag one.
I'm sorry. That's not funny, but I be feeling that way. I be feeling that way. I be like, now why are you here?
And why
What are
would
you doing
everything in
here?
would be in color except when we actually get into building the pieces? Because
Wait
this is what I need to be in color.
wait till you get to a bag where everything is the same color. And they telling you to do something. You're like, well, what do you mean by that? But yeah, in terms of punishment, I meant more the algorithm. Sometimes I put out a quality like sketch or something like that.
Mm.
And I'm like, I know this is funny as hell. And like on Instagram, it may do really well. On TikTok, they'd be like, why are you not in front of a green screen? You don't know what this is? Oh,
I,
this is I got a little Mr. Freeze. Look at this, y'all. He's on the radio, it looks like. He's on a broadcast, probably listing his demands. But yeah, it's like there's been so many times where I've worked super hard to do different content because I was trying to keep up, and
yeah,
then nobody sees it.
yeah.
And I'm like, that's what I get for trying to like the reason why people follow you, the reason why brands want to work with you is because like what you give uniquely. Like you specifically, yo, that watching you and Omar work, I was like, damn, I was like, let me record something. Let me hold something. This girl is cooking. And it was funny. And then to see it on the other side too, I was like, this is why she a professional. This is why everybody loves her. You know what I mean?
Thank you. That's very kind.
You're
I
welcome.
I
You're
admire.
welcome.
I overthink. I My content requires so much planning and prep that I really admire people that are able to get it out a lot quicker. Like I truly, it takes me so long to produce one video, and that is where I burn out. Like it takes so long to do a lot.
It's and to motivate yourself, right? Like those recap videos I do that are like 6 minutes takes me around 3 to 4 hours to
Right?
do.
Yes, they take forever.
And it's really difficult to your point to motivate yourself because you're like, why am I doing this? You know what I'm saying? Like,
Yeah.
what if it doesn't do well? I just spent my whole day doing this video. But it's the fortitude that'll push you, you
When
know?
people like doing a whole video and then people point out the one mistake that you made.
Oh.
That blows me. I'm like, okay, so all that I said correct, and you want to point out where the one thing that I said wrong. And the funny thing is, there are multiple takes of a lot of what I do. That was the best take, and I just didn't catch it in editing. Like, like that's really YouTube is better than TikTok to me. You can't really post the type of content like you can on YouTube without getting flat. I hear good things about YouTube, and I started to put Villain PR up over there, and I be forgetting. The most
I
I get
just started going on YouTube. I like it. They're nicer. I honestly hate TikTok, and if I wasn't getting money off of it, I'd be off of it. The people there, to your point, live to literally, they just scan through and like, how can I misinterpret what she's saying?
And that's when I start being mean, and then people think that I'm a mean person because the way that I be swinging in my comments, and it's like I'm not a mean person. I've just been pushed past my limit, and I can only block so much before somebody got to get a response. I didn't cuss out enough niggas when I was younger, Frankie. That's what the issue is. I promise it is linked. I did not cuss out enough people that needed to get cussed out, and now that I've learned to love myself, this little bit of injustice, no, you're gonna hear about it. I gotta embarrass you now. You're being dumb, and someone has to tell you that you're dumb, and it's me.
Yeah,
And
yeah.
it's me.
The way people go in my comments looking to be mean, normally I block, but then after a while, TikTok be hating, and they be like, "You can't block any more people today. Relax."
That's crazy.
I didn't even know until recently that there was a limit. Honestly.
What's a video y'all did where everyone liked, but you were like, okay, but I killed this one video here. Y'all not rocking with this one? Ooh.
Who wrote that question? This is a good
Omar.
question. Omar let me think. What's the video that I was like, this is cooking? Let me go through. Definitely my clips from my show. They did okay.
Yes.
And people was not like, oh yeah, on TikTok, when I was at the Deadpool premiere, I was like, God bless even the bitches that don't fuck with me. Flopped on TikTok because it wasn't me in front of a green screen. I'm like, this is actual heat. This is actual heat, and y'all don't know talent.
Not y'all.
I do not know what talent is. But definitely my show. I feel like my show is so good, and I wish TikTok wasn't hating so much because they're depriving their audience of really good content that they would enjoy. And then they like my stupid stuff, like my Fast and the Furious takes. Yeah. I'm like, why y'all love this so much?
People ate up me talking about old Disney live action movies, me talking about the costumes. Now they're like, now do this one. Now do this one. I'm just like, oh, it started off as a fun little. Now and then they're like, rewatch all of Descendants and give us your thoughts. Okay.
Do you watch Descendants?
No, actually, I thought that I didn't watch Descendants, and then when I was cleaning up my one of my space in one of my rooms, I have the Descendants novels.
There are books.
Yeah, and I guess I was deep into them. I don't remember.
What? I did not know there were books. I did not know there were books. I did watch the movies when I was in grad school. I ended up watching a lot of them because I was testing on children, and to get them quiet, we'd watch The Descendants. So I was late. I was an adult when I watched it, and I liked it. I haven't watched the new one. It just seemed I've seen so many clips on TikTok, and they turned me off a little bit.
The only thing I don't like about Descendants is I might be very auntie in this moment. I don't always like the colored hair thing, which is wild. Because like back in 2009, 2008, my hair was definitely purple and turquoise. So it's not against dyed hair. It's when they take established Disney characters. And I'm like, now why did they put Brandy Cinderella in that blue mohawk braid. That I don't care for not one little bit. I want her in a nice 2-4 blend, perhaps. Uh, that's all I want from Brandy. I want the Brandy I grew up with. She don't have to assimilate to the younger culture or nothing. I just
No, I think that was pretty universal with Brandy, where it was like, where are we going here?
mm.
Why? My question is, why
Uh-oh.
for Descendants 4, why did they make up a sister?
I don't know. I don't know what you're talking about. I still have to watch it.
Oh, yeah. They don't have Ursula as the big bad. They have her sister Uliana. They made up a sister.
And that I thought that just looking at the character posters, I thought that Uliana was Uma's sister.
No.
That's her auntie.
That's her auntie for no reason. But everybody else's mother's there. Like Maleficent's there, Hook is there. It's just because it's set in the past.
Is it? I
Well,
don't.
pieces of it. Yeah.
Okay. I don't know. I'm not privy to the descendants.
I know more than I care to admit, apparently.
It's rare that someone gets to educate me on Disney. I'll take it.
I just because you like one thing on TikTok, they'd be like, "Did you like this?" And they'll show you nothing but this for then on. Oh,
Right
it's time
now,
travel. My bad.
Are you showing the is the algorithm showing you it's like the when I'm in my feminine era, but so are the men that I date? Is it showing you that trend?
No, I'm on Demure Talk.
I got Demure as well.
Demure, very demure.
I opened up an extra bag. It was not numbered, and I think that's a true oversight on their part, but okay. And it says,
Says
okay,
you don't. Why did y'all do this?
step one. So I have this little guy, and it says that I need one of these electrode looking things. And then I just put this on here. It's not going on here. What the fuck, bro? Okay, never mind.
I think I'm putting a building together. That's what it looks like.
What was Ursula's sister's name in Ursula 2 or in Little Mermaid 2?
I did not watch The Little Mermaid. I did. Oh, I did. That was when they get
Our sister? No.
Was it Uliana?
It wasn't Uliana.
Somebody look it up, please.
Omar.
Someone said unnumbered bags are trick bags. What does that even mean?
Morgana.
Organa?
Morgana was the villain. Wait. Yeah, but that was that the same. I'm thinking of Little Mermaid 3 has Susan Sarandon in it as the nanny. Thank you, Omar. It's okay that you're making a burger and feeding yourself.
Sustenance.
Wait, you're talking about in that old Little Mermaid and from 92? Little Mermaid's from 89.
89, but then there was a Little Mermaid 2. That came out in like 95, didn't it?
No, Little Mermaid 2 came out much after that because
like maybe even like 2001.
I want to say 2001, 2002. Sequels I'm not as good on because they tend to not. 2000 for Little Mermaid 2, Return to the Sea, and so then Little Mermaid 3, where it was a prequel, and we saw how their mama died. To be honest, I think it's the oldest sister. I think she has something to do with it. Ariel's beginning with 2008.
You think the older sister killed the mom?
Yeah.
Dang, that's cold.
Because and that's a Tina. Because that was when they showed that she got crushed by a human ship because they were all chilling on the surface, having a good old time. And then here comes a ship that crashed into her because she had gone. Initially, they had all swam away, but Tina's tail was stuck. You're a mermaid. How your tail gets stuck? I think that she was trying to make a play for the throne by taking out one parent. She's like, I'm just gonna.
So would you do Would you do a PR consultant, or have you ever thought about doing lawyer work for instead of PR for
At
some of
this
these
point,
villains?
so many people think that it's lawyer that I don't think that it makes sense to separate those out. Everyone thinks
Mm-hmm.
lawyer anyway, so they'll be like, "I love your villain lawyer stuff," and I no longer go, "Oh, it's PR." I just let it go.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Because people don't know what PR is, and what are PRs, but PR consult. Well, I don't know. I don't think people do PR anymore. Period. Right? Like I be seeing how these celebrities be moving. I'm like, PR as an art form is dead.
No one, yeah, I feel like they're not talking to somebody that's on their side.
Not anymore. Truly.
My idea was that PR, her name is Denise. That Denise is a cross. She's very Olivia Pope, and wasn't Olivia Pope a lawyer at some point? But then she became like this fixer type PR person in the series. So
Yeah.
if it comes off as lawyer, that was okay to me. And I did at some point start adding in press conference like camera shutter sound at the end of the skits
Yeah.
to try to make that a very clear distinction, but it truly doesn't bother me if people.
I thought that Olivia Pope was a lawyer though because she worked in politics.
I think the story for Olivia Pope is that she good night. Was it Joa Joa or Wawa? I'm from California.
It's Wawa, like Juanita. She's from my Discord.
Oh, hello, Juanita from Discord.
She's a love. We love Juanita.
Love Juanita.
What were you were talking about Olivia Pope?
Oh yeah, I think that her lore in the show is that she same thing. She used to be a lawyer.
Mm.
Okay,
Oh, this building is coming along, y'all.
so is mine.
See, once you get the hang of it, you know what I'm saying? I am on bag 18. What a time to be alive. Let me show you guys what I got. Okay, so I finished the bottom here, connected that. And then I also did this piece here, and this building over here. So I'm here in the bottom corner. It's looking good, man.
It
It's
looks.
looking really good.
I'm
See, and I just realized they have a little piece in here so I can,
Woo!
it's a stand back here so it can stand up for when I'm ready to display it. It feels so fragile, especially knowing this is like 4 days of work. Oof. And
only.
there's a little thing over here too. I don't know. But we're gonna do one more bag. Before I go to this bag, I need a round of applause. Where are y'all? There we go.
Wait,
Y'all knew.
it's better than a round of applause. Hold on, I gotta grab it with my foot though. Hold on, wait.
What is that?
A tambourine.
I thought it was. I love that. Thank you guys. Bag 18.
Woo,
We are
woo.
about halfway done, y'all. And wait, how many bags are there? I may go to 19 today if it ends at 19. Yeah, I'm gonna finish this. I want to go to 19 because after bag 18 is 19, and then I'm done with book one, y'all. Took me 4 days. My
Girl,
9-year-old nephew, it takes, or is this all? Yeah, bag 18 and 19, and then I'm gonna be done for the day. Um, it takes my nephew about, it would have taken my nephew who's 9 years old about 2 days, but he's a kid and he has nothing on his mind
yeah.
for, and this is all he does.
I,
What test did I do on kids? I don't know what that means. Um, I be treating my little nephews like they're adults. I heard that's good for growth. I just talk to them like they regular people. Okay, so we're talking about Descendants and Little Mermaid. What was your favorite Disney movie growing up?
mine.
Hmm.
The Little Mermaid, Peter Pan, and Aladdin.
Peter Pan is dark. I always thought it was dark.
There's a lot
Alive.
going on. As a kid, I definitely favored Aladdin and the Little Mermaid.
Oh, I loved Aladdin. Hercules
Mm,
was definitely mine. My go-to. I did like the Little Mermaid a lot. But I remember my aunt told me the Little Mermaid was fast. Uh,
I'm
and
sorry.
that stuck in my head, yo. She said, "Little Mermaid being fast. She out here being fast." I said, "Dang, for real? She just want love." She was being a little fast. She was willing to give up everything for some man she never spoke to.
And whose fault is that?
Um,
Her father's. I like
her father for keeping her restricted.
her father for not showing her actual love and teaching her about healthy relationships. She sought affection from the only place she could get it, and that happened
Dang.
with a young prince named Eric.
And you know what? Eric did end up loving her. I'm not gonna hold you. What is this? I'm back where you are, where something feels not right.
Oh no, I broke the book. Oh, I ripped a little bit. Okay, so now we're gonna make our daisies. It says to take a little two-piece. Oh, I could do that. We're taking it and we're going boom. Ow, we're not booming. Thank
Let me see. Boom. Let me see.
I mean, it's not. Oh,
Uh,
it did it now. It boomed.
I
It,
didn't. I was like, I don't hear any boom.
it was fighting me. Hello, hello. I posted it. I posted this in my stories and on my broadcast channel.
Hey, hey guys, welcome. Um,
Disney
busy
talk about elevate
Omar in the chat going crazy.
British.
That is kind of true. Did he have a foot? You think he knew already, and he was just like,
I think it would be really
let me
funny
check anyway.
if the prince's man was just like, oh no, sir, we had everyone register. We have her name and address. And he's like, no, no.
I have to check. I have to know for sure.
He's just smelling the shoe. He's this is not her.
I just
I really
somebody gonna jump on the screen. They're gonna be like, "What? Now what is going on in here?" No, that's serious, right? That's serious. This is my thing. No one in the realm had her foot size.
nobody.
Shout
No,
outs to her, yo. Shout outs to her. Very demure.
very demure.
Cause that's what I always wanted. I was like, nobody wears size 7. Cause in my head, she was a size 7. Cause I'm a size 10.
I was a solid size 5.
You said you were a solid size 5.
I'm a size 8.5. I think Cinderella
Okay,
was rocking a 5.
I could see a 5. I could see a 5. That is very demure. That is very demure.
I to believe. Like that guy in House of the Dragon, like Laris Strong. Who? Wait a minute, because they released a video on the TikTok and it showed Laris Strong, the actor that plays him when he was younger, and I was like, what?
Oh, I saw him at the premiere. He's so handsome. Like he's handsome now. You know what I'm saying? That's just like him being gross and like what first of all, he's about 6'3", 6'4".
Okay, all right.
And he's a lot bigger. Like he was to me bigger than Christian Cole. Crispy. He was big. I know. I saw this video where people where they were like it was a thirst trap and I was like I forgot that this man is handsome cuz I hate him so much. It was like a Vanity Fair thing. I was like I forgot this man is handsome. But no, very Larry, I always want to call him Ferris. Laris is tall and handsome, and I was shocked. He was dry. He had that shit on. He looked really cool. What did you think about this season overall?
I love House of the Dragon. I love Game of Thrones and House of the Dragon so much that multiple things can be true. I think that this season had terrible pacing, terrible, terrible pacing. Hi, Darth Aramis. Why saying like I don't know your name? I just always call you Darth. Man. Oh, in Cinderella 3, A Twist in Time, the king states that Cinderella's glass slipper is a woman's size 4.5. Aren't they?
What?
First,
That's too small.
providing that information. Thank you.
That's too small. It's hilarious. If you guys don't know who Omar is, when you realize who he is, it's even funnier that he has these tidbits. You know what I mean? That's too small. That's too damn small. 4.5. Why do you want somebody with little feet like that?
Less feet. You can't put slippers on and take out the trash or nothing.
That's what I'm saying. But sneakers have to be so cheap for her.
Because she be getting the kid sizes.
Because she be getting the kid size. That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. She getting toddler size for real. Oh, I got the penguin. I'm doing the penguin's little crib. Hold on. I'll show you guys once I put this sticker.
I made a flower.
Let me see the flower. Here's a little penguin. Let me see your flower. Love it.
It's neat.
Oh my gosh. It's so cute. What is it? Is it a daisy?
This is a daisy. I think that it looks like a swastika. I don't like it.
Wait. That was such a 180. You said, actually, do I actually love this?
I think I should move some of these petals around.
I just spent all this time building this stuff, and I just know I'm finna cover it. I just know I'm about to cover it.
Do this 3 times. You gonna cover it?
Well, it's not that I want to cover it. They're gonna tell me to cover it. They're gonna be like, "Oh, you worked really hard on that, huh? That's great. Cover it." I don't want to see it.
Interesting.
So they just want, we just want you to know and tell the people that come to see your stuff that.
Yeah, Omar, I do want to know Mulan's foot size since.
Yeah, he's right. I really want to know.
Call you Lara Strong.
Dang, Mulan actually may have been my favorite. I'm not gonna hold you.
Mulan had that absolute banger of a song. I'll make a man of you. You put that on at any event.
You put that on in the club.
People will go up.
It would definitely go up. Agreed. And I love that actress from Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. What's her name? The one who plays Mulan? Does she sing Mulan too?
Who?
The actress who voices Mulan.
Ming, let me see. No. Well, Lea Salonga was the singing voice of Princess Jasmine, and then she turned around and I believe that she did the speaking and singing voice for Mulan. But then where did Ming Na win?
Because it's just recently that you get to be both. You know? Back in the day, they got like Meg Ryan to be it. I read somewhere that was because of Robin Williams. He, like, him becoming the genie, let Disney know, like, why are we hiring these Broadway actors? We could bring in star power. But the thing is, he sang genie. You know, they always want to capitalize in a way that doesn't make sense, you know? Instead of choosing celebrities who could sing, there's like, we'll just get Meg Ryan and have a Broadway singer sing for her. You know?
I love that was actually beautiful. Disney hired singers separately, and they messed up. I hate to say it. Moana was Ali Carvalho could not really sing.
You don't think she can sing?
She can hold the note.
That's a hot take, yo. I respect it. No, but I'm like, why not just get a singer to do both. A Broadway actor can voice act too. They're an actor. They're not just
Well, we
singing.
had that. We had something great like that. Same thing with Mandy Moore as Rapunzel. Mandy
Hmm.
Moore is a pop singer, and Disney songs require something different. They require being able to belt. That's why Rapunzel doesn't sustain any of the notes that she sings. They sound very pretty, but you notice she doesn't hold any notes. She's not giving you a big old moment.
Yeah.
Uh,
And the big moment from Tangle is actually Mother Gothel. Mother Gothel was blowing.
yeah.
She
Now,
was
what's the face?
blowing.
The princess that we should have gotten more from because she could have done it, Anika Noni Rose as Tiana. That's a Broadway singer, performer, actor, everything. And it's
Hmm.
like for that, they very much did not let her do fully what she could do. And that's always super frustrating. And I think part of the reason is because you're telling this fairy tale set in New Orleans around a black princess. You even throw in a cute little gospel number, but it's Randy Newman that did the music. Same guy that did "You Got a Friend in Me" from Toy Story.
Mm.
One that did the music for Princess and the Frog. So yeah, he's from New Orleans, so I think they wanted to give like an authentic sound. There are black artists that could have given you an actual gospel sound. You know, not that Jennifer Lewis wasn't great as Mama Odie for Dig a Little Deeper, but it's kind of one of those you're dipping a toe in the water and you should have just gotten someone that could jump all the way in and still swim.
Yo, cause work to Hades Town. Have you ever heard Hades Town?
I love Hades Town.
Oh
That
my gosh.
I want to be in Hades Town so bad. I really want to play Persephone.
Oh, you'd be an excellent how would you play her? Like, would you be washed up? Would you be like what would your version of Persephone be?
I've only seen the show once.
With
So
who?
I went at a time with a friend who I'll say it. I won't
Oh,
say
I
it.
meant with who playing.
Sorry.
I meant who was on the cast.
I was gonna tell my business.
Listen, I'm sorry. I was like, whoa, 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 you don't gotta tell the people.
Actually, you're involved in this story, Frankie.
Oh shit, for real? Oh, now I want to
Yeah.
hear.
But I'll tell you off stream what happened.
Okay. That's funny as fuck. I was like, whoa, whoa, whoa. The people don't need to know.
Yes, they do. No.
That's what they're gonna tell me later. Like Frankie never let him. But do you remember which Persephone? Like how was it the white girl?
No, she was a lady. She looked to be of the mixed variety.
Oh, you saw the original Amber Gray.
Yes.
Okay. I'm secretly a Broadway head.
Y-
And I want to do more Broadway content, but it takes so much work and then, I don't TikTok don't show to nobody, but I actually love Broadway, like in the way that I love like DC and Marvel. Like
Can we go?
I be knowing the actors' names, all that.
Can we see a show when I'm in town?
Oh, you don't gotta tell me twice. Yes. What's out? So I already seen the Outsiders. But that just won Best Musical of the Year. That's excellent. But there's probably a fall show that's coming out. What type of shows do you like?
I like all sorts of shows. And I'll see, if I haven't seen it before, if I'm not familiar with it, I will experience something new. Hades Town, I didn't go see for a while because it didn't seem like it was, for me. And then I was given very specific instructions to not listen to the soundtrack before seeing the show.
Hmm.
I'm very happy that I did that.
Yeah, the soundtrack is like by on my rap list. The soundtrack is like my play. So randomly, the Reef Candle, who's like the original Orpheus, is like my top listened artist next to Beyonce because I watch that show so often. Um, but no, it's great, and they're right because when you watch the show, if you listen to the soundtrack before you watch the show, there's a lot of context you don't get. You know
Mm,
what I mean? Until you watch the show. Versus like something like Hamilton. Hamilton you can watch without you can listen without watching the show because the whole play is songs.
yeah.
You know what I mean? There's no context, but wow. I could definitely see you be a Persephone. Like a former pop star who's over it.
I dropped it on all the Legos that were nice and lined up.
No, listen. This is only a trial
Trials
to
and
keep you.
tribulations. I didn't ask for this shit.
This is a trial to make sure that you're committed.
I'm so committed.
You know that's what they do. That's what the Legos do. They want to make sure you're locked in.
My favorite Broadway musical, Rent.
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 I think mine's maybe Hadestown. I'm not gonna hold you. Rent is up there. Dang, Rent is good. I think mine's is Hadestown for sure. Actually,
Oh, yeah, I'm a,
Aida, maybe Aida.
ooh.
I did love Aida, man. Did you ever see it?
I've never seen Aida. No.
It was supposed to come back, and then COVID hit.
Oh no.
Like they started doing what's it's called? And COVID hit. No, it's a test. Thank you. Somebody got the reference. I said, no, it's a test. That's what um
I thought you were
Hermes says before before he sends them out to do the walk. And he says, oh, is this is a trick? And he says, no, it's a test.
and it's so unwinnable. It's so unwinnable. Like, how are you supposed to? I don't know. My man better fucking check on. I don't like. Don't even walk too far ahead of me on the sidewalk. You need to be walking next to me. What if someone tries to talk to me?
My thing is, and it's supposed to be so very romantic that he looked back because, he couldn't take it anymore. And like, he can't hear or see her. My thing is, especially since he was towards the end, you may as well wait now. You there.
Yeah.
Either she behind you or she not, Playboy. One or the others.
Funny. But yes, it's like thank you, Darth Erebus. I feel like
My thing is men don't listen.
Men don't listen.
My thing is men don't listen. Okay? Talk to them. Y'all, I am on the last bag of the day. Wow. Bag 19.
Yay. Look at my flower. I have completed one stem.
Look at it. And it does not look like a swastika in any way.
Not from this angle.
It does not look like a swastika. It looks incredible.
It looks like I pushed them around, but you can see how it could look like a swastika.
Okay, so I'll show you guys what I got going, what I've done.
Thank you. Ooh.
Okay, so I did like Mr. Freeze's thing. I don't know if you can see him. And then next to him, the penguin is fucking up shit. And I'm building that building next to him. And yeah, that's where I'm at. So yeah, put that back over here. W non-swastika flowers. Agreed. Agreed. Wow, I can't believe. I didn't. Not that I didn't believe in myself, but I was certainly overwhelmed when I first opened the bag.
I can see that.
You know what I mean? And there was one day I just cut the stream. I said, you know what? I'm not in the mindset. I'm not ready. Come back. And I didn't come back. I did it off camera. I was like, y'all, I can't get this one piece on. I'm going to fix it off camera. And I did. I reconvened. Good to go.
Have you ever picked up Ghost of Tsushima like I told you to?
No, I did not start Ghost of Tsushima. I ended up playing It Takes Two. But I stopped playing games. Like, I stopped playing games for a minute. I haven't even been playing Baldur's Gate. But you're right. Now that the fall is here and I'm not going to be moving around, let's do it. Once I finish this monstrosity.
Omar, It Takes Two was the worst time of my life.
What? I loved It Takes Two. You hated it?
I was not playing the game. I was watching friends stream the game. And that shit was hard. It was hard to watch. It was hard to watch and not play.
Yeah, it's definitely like I wouldn't stream it. I guess I could and we could have fun, but for the most part, it's like it's almost like a friendship building game. You know what I'm saying? Like
Oh, for sure. For sure.
I heard it won game of the year. The schematics of the game, like it's definitely put together very well. But I was like, this is not game of the year is crazy to me. To me, I thought game of the year was a little bit crazy.
But fuck all that.
Yeah.
Yeah, Ghost of Tsushima, I need you to play. I need you to start getting comfortable with them controls.
You said I you need me to get comfortable with the controls. Who said
Yeah.
that too? Oh yeah, okay. What kind is it? Turn based?
No. It's
Okay.
basically a first person shooter, but with swords and
Um,
high weaponry.
I'll play with you. I just need okay, and I tell this to anyone who plays with me. You just need to have patience. My camera work, garbage. I'm gonna let you know that right now. My camera work, is it gonna get better? Maybe, maybe, but it may not.
You'll get
And you
better.
gotta be okay with that. You know what I'm saying?
You're fine. You'll get
That's
better
my big
than
thing.
me, and especially if Omar joins us, you'll become
What
unstoppable.
kind of what kind of gamer is Omar?
What kind of gamer is Omar?
Hmm.
Omar is extremely thorough. So like okay, so any game he plays, he's extremely thorough. He's going to become an expert in that game, but I've never seen that like I did with until Ghost of Tsushima because it's so customizable. Like your build, like say you have an assassin or a samurai or an what's the archer called? It's just archer or the hunter. Like there's
Hmm.
four different classes. I didn't even like I just let Omar tell me what to do as far as building my character because and if he knows you as a person, he'll be like, okay, well, you prefer this, or I've watched you play for a while. This is your fighting style, so this is what's going to complement you the best. You can do it or you can not do it, but this is what's going to be the probably the best option for you. That's how Omar is as
That sounds he's very much Scott Summers core.
1,000%. And that's even why when we were at the X Mansion doing that game, what was it like? Essentially the rock paper scissors with,
Yeah.
and it was Omar was left. I'm like, oh, we have to take out Omar. He's the strategist. He's the strategy guy, so he has to go first.
And he
One thousand
he was
percent.
the only one who beat me too. And you
That
know what? It's because I underestimated him. I was like, I need to think as Omar and not as a regular person. And that was on me.
yeah,
That
Omar's
was on me.
brain does something different when it comes to video games, comic books, all of that.
He's Deku. He's definitely and that's why he liked Scott Summer before anybody else did. Before Bo gave him his flowers.
Oh, he's been preaching the gospel of Scott Summers.
He was the first one when I started rewatching X-Men, I came back to him. I said, "Yo, I apologize for any Scott Summer." And this is when I started rewatching the original.
Hmm.
I was like, "I'm so sorry for any Scott Summer slander that has hurt you in any way."
I had to do the same thing years ago. I had to apologize because I was very anti Scott Summers based off his relationship with Aurora, but
Mhm.
I had stopped reading the comic books at some point, so I did not see how brilliantly they had repaired that relationship, and he very, very angrily and thoroughly set me right.
Oh, especially Krakoa Scott. Oh my gosh. He's so good. He's so good. And that's the thing, when I was talking when Captain America was showing his ass on X-Men 97,
Mm-hmm.
so many people are like, Captain America is only like that in X-Men comics. He's not really like that in real person. I was like, so what does that say? If
Mm-hmm.
he only like that around the black people? Hmm? You know what I'm saying? Like it's clear that there's a line for him and it's very specific.
Struggle. They'll never make me
Struggles.
like Captain America. They'll never make me like Charles Xavier. It's just that simple.
You said they'll never like you, they'll never get you to like. Oh yeah, 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 yeah.
Either one of those.
Oh man, now I'm covering up Freeze.
Okay, I
No.
made 3 more flowers, and they have to go on this guy now. I still have to read the rest of Fall of X. I just got very uninterested hearing that Krakoa was coming to an end. I'm just like, oh. But now I have to read all of that before stepping into From the Ashes and all those titles.
I'm so behind. I've been really on my what's this called bag lately. Um on my indie bag. And so I'm so behind on Marvel. I have to read Absolute Power for DC. That's like the new Amanda Waller story. Why
Hmm.
isn't this coming on? So I gotta read that first. Oh, so maybe this is down here. I'm sorry, I have something. It's done. It's just won't go in. Maybe I put this in wrong.
Folks
See
have
what I mean?
get back into recapping the comics, and I'm just like, I don't think you understand how badly I burnt myself out doing that. Well, like,
Yo, people be demanding stuff. They be like, "Well, when are you gonna do blah 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 blah?" I be like, "Yo,
the only thing
give
I
me
don't
some
mind when
time."
they demand is more villain PR. So I'm just like, I know I need to get back to it.
I love your villain PR, but I try not to ask for anything from you or for any content creator because, like, to your point, like, especially in the summer, it's hard. It's so hard to like.
I do love when people. Okay, so the picture tells you we're making this. 2 of them.
Mhm.
Here's how you make it. I was just going off a vibe. So now it's saying we're gonna make the common rows. We're gonna make we're gonna make we're gonna make. Hold on, I went too far
I
ahead.
was,
I flew too close to the sun. Let me take it one page at a
yo,
time.
yo, me too. I was feeling myself. I said, "Oh, I'm almost done," and
Steering wheel.
I was not.
Mm-mm.
Okay. So let's see. Are there these? Boom,
What villain PR?
boom,
Yeah, what villain
boom.
PR would you ask for?
Who?
I think Omar is asking you.
Me, right? Yeah, that's what I'm thinking. You've already done Allison. Ooh, Otto. Have you done Otto?
I haven't done anybody from Game of Thrones or House of the Dragon.
I thought you did it when you talked about being green. You did an ad.
I did an ad, but that was not villain PR.
Oh, okay. Um, yeah. I think Allison would be really nice. Allison would definitely be really nice. Um, Let me think of a cartoon.
I
You've
do.
done Emma. Ooh, when you read oh my gosh,
I
when
haven't
you
done.
watch Kate Crusader, I want you to do that Harley Quinn.
Oh,
Cuz that Harley Quinn in a lot of iterations is kind of like she's just chaotic. This Harley Quinn is a lot more on the evil side.
mm,
And I would love to see your take because she's also to my point earlier, this version of Batman is about mostly, police brutality and just like Gotham being a dirty place. You know what I'm saying? Dirty as in like it's not a good place to live, there's a lot of corruption, blah 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 blah. So I would be very interested to see your take. You're gonna love this version of Harley, and honestly, of all the villains, like Batman is the least interesting part of these stories. You know what I mean?
mm-hmm.
So I can't. Oh, I can't wait. Oh my
This
gosh.
Quinn is locked in and about that redistribution of wealth.
Yes, exactly.
I wouldn't.
I wouldn't even fly over this version
The only thing I ever asked a content creator for specifically was for Nikki Marina giving 10 bids of Rato del Encanto.
for her to do what?
Rato del Encanto.
Oh,
I guess it's something about the rats of Encanto. I'm not very familiar with her content.
me neither. I am, but not of like her series. If that makes sense.
Mm.
So I wouldn't know which that one is. Encanto Core 2, I loved Encanto, but you know, generational trauma is not my bag.
I love Encanto, and I will argue for Abuela every time.
Really?
Yeah, because and it's never that she's not wrong. I don't think
Hmm.
that Abuela's innocent necessarily, but I think that she deserves grace. And I think that there was some fumbling in the landing of Encanto by having because she did apologize. It was just one line at the of a song at the end of the movie. So she did recognize that she was wrong. She did apologize for it, but it wasn't enough. And I do agree with people when they say that. But I think one of the lessons is that everybody was victimized by what happened way back when.
I think too that at least for me, that's the best apology you gonna get from a Spanish grandma
That
or grandma of color. I said that's more than most people get.
I want Tiffy to defend the hunter that shot Bambi's mom, the man trying to feed his family,
Not
because
the
because
not in one line. You said don't play with me on that.
if the man if the movie was from a different perspective, we would have heard the tale of a man that was just going out and trying to feed his family the best way that he could. And that we want people to live off the land. We want to reduce consumerism and capitalism. We know that everything's coming back from the grocery stores with listeria and salmonella poisoning. So he went out to land, to nature, to go get his own, and that's bad too. Unfortunately, for I don't see anyone here turning down a burger. We all
Fat,
in the chat. Then you
I
on
had
that
chicken. I had chicken this morning.
this morning. All right. Well, there you go. There you
I had chicken this morning. Yo,
go.
agreed.
Saturday.
Agreed. I can't do nothing but agree there, especially about the bird. You know, you can't be a non-vegan and be like, this was wrong. How you think you got your meal, huh? Hmm?
Right. No one wants to know how the sausage gets made.
No one wants to know how the sausage gets made. Facts. We just assume that it happens. Um, man, I'm trying to think of another one. Peter Pan, is he a villain?
Peter, I mean, he's not the villain of the movie, but I think that you cut off a man's hand and then act surprised when he spends the rest of his life trying to chase you down. You can't really be that terribly surprised about it. So Peter Pan, was he marketed to us as the villain? No, but with my adult eyes, fuck them kids.
That was I mean, at stealing, he was also kidnapping. I love that, like a lot of the modern interpretations, like Once Upon a Time.
Hmm.
Is that what it was called? Was
That
that
was what it
show?
was called.
Yeah. Um, like they made him like super scary. I was scared of him in that. You know what I mean?
Yeah, Peter Pan he was something else in that
There,
one.
there was another story. Was it called Neverland? I forgot, but it was also very scary. And it was like Peter Pan, you know, stealing children and needing to be stopped.
Hmm.
So I mean, yeah. I feel like they've done too many Pan stories, and it always confuses me because I'm like, who's asking for a new Pan? Just like who asked for Mufasa? Like they be like, we know y'all want it.
And you're like, who
Who
specifically? Give me their
Joe
email.
point me to them. I just want to talk to them real quick.
Well, now wait one cotton picking minute. Both
Uh,
cotton and picking.
both cotton and picking. I love it.
Now this
Who's your dream? Like what do you want to do your series on next for villains?
I got Eamon from. I would love to touch on House of the Dragon stuff. So I have Eamon coming up next.
Did you like Aegon? I really liked Aegon this season.
No, I didn't like Aegon. No, I didn't like that rapist. But
Yeah, he was a rapist. Everybody a little rapey. Damon rapey too.
Frankie, This is
Everybody a little rapey on this.
I gotta break ties with you immediately because you saying things publicly like everybody a little rapey.
On that show, you know what I'm saying? On that show. I mean, I think the thing, I agree. Like he's terrible. I just thought the actor himself was so charismatic. Like he did a really good job in the second season. Him and Otto, because I hated Otto season one. And by season two, I was rooting for him. I was like, protect your peace, King. Get out of here. Let
I
them ruin the realm.
I like how funny this season has been, and for some reason, Eamon is hilarious. Eamon's hilarious. He's just so silent when he walks through the room with his pursed ass lips. He'll just be like
pouted. Just pouted.
Just pouting. The way that he was very silently, very quietly, respectfully, almost told Allison to shut the fuck up. And I was like, you gonna shut
He's
up?
like, Mom, why are you still? He's like, what was your job again? Okay. We don't need that anymore.
Right, yeah. And the hitter with the realm thanks you for your service.
You know, I thought they did such a good job at Olivia Cook is so good. You know what I'm saying? Like, so they did a really good job at like showing her being upset and all that stuff. But I was like, I wish she was more evil. Me personally, I was hoping she'd be more evil. So that like them to me, I think I would have liked it a little bit more because then them double crossing her would have hit just a little bit better for me.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Because I would be like, dang, you did work hard to put all these people, your side piece, everybody acting up.
The side piece acting up. You gonna look me in my face and disagree with me? Oh my God. And oh my God. Oh, I hate Kristen Cole something fierce. That's embarrassing. Let me wait. There was some stuff the chat had said.
Otto Hightower was the most disgusted man this season. He actually used the word trifling, where he was like, "What kind of prank is this?"
Yeah, it was a trifling.
I want him to trifling.
Like, what kind of ghetto ass shit is this?
I thought he would. That and I loved the personalities they gave the dragons this time. Like they was out here living. They put that song "Where the Niggas At" with the dreads, crying. Absolutely hilarious. I was like, spectacular. This is so good.
I would love to do more villain PR for gaming villains. I would like to. I would just have to play more video games. PR for Rumpelstiltskin from Once Upon a Time. The amount of research it would take for me to follow Rumpel's story all the way through again, because I was a Once Upon a Time girl. I loved Once Upon a Time so much. And then at some point it was like, what is happening in this show?
I same. I watched it until I think Frozen.
That's exactly when I fell off. I'm like, we just saw this movie. You didn't. They did such a really good job of hinting about what Disney movie it was. Maybe not a hint, but it referenced the story without repeating it exactly. And it was really beautiful the way that they did that. Like the whole story of Snow White and Once Upon a Time and Prince Charming, taking her just from this girl who ate an apple and took her from that to giving her this really rich backstory. And then when they got to Frozen, it's just like, let's just recreate the entire live action. We never need a live action Frozen movie. Once Upon a Time already happened. Like that's
yeah. And you know what it is? It's to that point that I was talking about earlier. Once you say you like something, they go ham. They're like, "Oh, did you like this? Huh? Let's give you 15 more of these."
Disney. Because I was working at the parks at the time, and that was also the thing. They were going to take out from the Hyperion Theater. There's a Broadway-esque theater in California Adventure. It's the Hyperion Theater. Mm-hmm. And they had Aladdin running there for the longest. And when they were talking about bringing in Frozen, there was such pushback because they were also going to put a Frozen show on one of the cruises. And it was just like, it's too much Frozen. Like, yeah, you have a popular IP and that's wonderful, but like you have close, because this was a while ago, close to 100 years worth of Disney history that you can pull from. Bring back some of these older titles or characters.
Hmm. They're like, nah, we'll just do Frozen.
Ooh, my favorite game
What?
I've played so far. Well, my favorite comfort game ever, Left 4 Dead 2 on Xbox 360. I love Left 4 Dead. There is something very comforting about that game. I don't miss. I like usually it's just one of those games I've played so much that I'm really good at it. So it's not a challenge. I know everything that's going to happen, and I love that for me. But as far as newer games that I've played, probably Ghost of Tsushima.
Dang. For me, Baldur's Gate 3.
Such a good
It
game.
is the best game of all time. And yes, I know I'm saying that as someone who doesn't really play games.
That's
But
okay.
y'all, it can't I can't imagine games being better than it. There's just so much to choose from. The replayability is great. And then the stories itself, the characters that you interact with and their stories and their arcs throughout this like the playthrough. Yo, one of the characters, the vampire that everybody be thirsting over, I almost cried when
Why did he
I
die?
completed his story. Yeah. Well, he
Oh,
doesn't die. He doesn't die. He's on a revenge tip, and he realizes it doesn't bring him the catharsis he thinks it would. And that shit is way worse than dying.
mm,
Committing your life to something. Oh, I made a little opera house, y'all. This is the thing. You don't know until you're done. You don't know till you're done. Well, yeah, I made a little opera house and it is going. Oh, this is an opera house for real. This is a opera house for realsies.
do they not let black
And,
people inside?
and where? The opera house? Probably. That's the one thing about theater that I always think about. I'm like, we were in places. Oh my gosh. And the opera singer that's on the marquee has a Lego head. But yeah, when I'm in theater, like on Broadway, I was like, we weren't even allowed to watch things. And now there's stuff like Hadestown and Hamilton with like a majority black cast. You see the little opera singer? Adorable.
Okay.
Adorable, y'all.
A story where revenge does give someone the satisfaction. X-Men First Class, and that was a thought that I had. I thought about your skit, Omar, about the tomatoes. Yeah, revenge grew those tomatoes. I thought about that because the whole time Charles is like, "Don't kill Sebastian Shaw. It's not going to bring you peace." And then Magneto was like, "Peace was never an option." And then he goes ahead. He puts the coin through Shaw's forehead. Remember, he puts the coin through his forehead and out the other side. Charles is screaming. Where I'm just like, it's not that dramatic. You can psychically unlink yourself to that man, and you will no longer feel this pain, Xavier. But okay, scream away, I guess. And after that, Magneto was able to get all of the missiles that the U.S. and Russia fired off at the island. He was able to stop all of them, and he was suffering like he was not suffering, not suffering,
Okay.
suffering. He was struggling really bad with his powers before that, but getting revenge, he was able to focus and use his powers better.
I did like that, and I thought that Charles, but that's Charles, right? He's so insufferable. He's such a goody two shoes, y'all. I made a big accomplishment. Book one is completed. We're moving to book two. I'm done. I'm done. So wow. I did little Mr. Freeze's crib over here. I can't show him anymore, but Mr. Freeze is in this building terrorizing someone on TV or at least giving his demands. Over here, I just built an opera house and the penguin is on stage of the opera house. And I didn't realize it till right now, but these are like curtains, little red curtains of the opera house. Wow. Book one is done, y'all. There's only two books. That I'm gonna give it in a week. What's the cost of living in Gotham? I think a two-bedroom in Gotham is probably like 500
Yeah.
if we being real. But y'all, this is wow. Tiff, you don't know. You do know because you going through it right now. This was really hard. Yeah, rent is probably 150. 150. Like Bruce is in that big ass manor. I know that manor rent is probably only 3,000. Like he not as rich as we think he is, for real. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, wow. I'm so proud. The city's coming together. You can see the ghetto birds. That's what y'all call helicopters, right? Uh, who be looking for people, the cops?
What do you say, y'all?
The California people. I saw so many cops in helicopters, at least in LA. But yeah, I thought it was called ghetto birds. But yes, wow. I'm halfway done. What's
Oh no, I
wrong?
dropped something that I can't pick up with my toes.
They need to make a sock that you could do that with. You know what I'm saying?
Got it. That would be helpful. But I never wear socks. I can't. I'm a Pisces.
Is that a thing?
I don't know, but you know how like every astrology sign has like a body part that's supposed to be like their power body part, and for Pisces it is the feet.
Mm. Do you happen to know what it is for um Capricorns?
For Capricorns, let me. I was gonna make a very inappropriate joke.
I'm a Capricorn. Okay, so let me come back up here.
Uh,
Wow, I feel so free.
with the bones, joints, and knees.
The bones. Why everything about her? Why everything about Capricorns gotta be practical? You know, like down to our mystical feet is this nigga Ate. Ate, you late. My friend Ate is in my lobby. Ate, we finna get down. I finished a whole book.
What? I'm late to the
Yes,
party?
you're wild late. We've been on here for 2 hours and 17 minutes.
No way. I just wanted to come
Yeah.
on here and see and tell you that I've been slowly watching your progress and I seen that shit and I was like, you're doing fantastic.
You first of all, you don't have to cap. I know you're here because Tiffy's here. I know you saw she was on my stream, and I know you're
Wallahi,
like,
that's
I want to
cap.
be a part of
Wallahi, that's cap. Hi, Tiffy. Wallahi, that's cap.
this. You said Tiffy Star Child. Oh shit.
Wallahi, that's cap. I
This
just
could be
got finished with
me.
the shit that I was doing, and I was like, I need to show face to tell her I love her. Fantastic, Frankie, that I respect you very much, and I'm seeing you do what you're doing, and you know what I'm saying, you're locked in. I just want to come here and tell you that, it's no other
Thank
ulterior
you.
motives. Hi, Tiffy. Anyways, I see what you did. Very good job. Really awesome. Really
Well,
awesome. Are you
look
done?
at Tiffy's show. I'm done for the day. I finished book 1. So I'm gonna leave it where I can, and I'll come back to book 2 maybe tomorrow. If I do, it'll be at like 9 tomorrow. I'll start on book 2, but it's so crazy to see like half of this is done. I built
That's
the
actually
opera
crazy.
house.
Can you show me one more time? Like, can I see it?
Yeah. I can show everybody. Okay.
The fact
So
that you've got this far in only a couple days is nasty work.
Nasty work.
and so the most impressive part for me right now, it used to be over here, is the Bruce's car, but now I got the penguin on stage in the opera
Wow.
house.
I'm
Let
not
me
gonna
see.
lie, you put it down
I
respectably.
did indeed put it down. Um, Tiffy and I were just talking about what PR would you like to see Tiffy do?
Oh, honestly, it would be really
What
cool to
villain
see.
PR?
There's this what villain PR? As in like which of these villains would I like to see her do PR for?
Mm-hmm.
Uh I don't know if you guys already said Killer Croc, but
Killer
I
Croc.
got the feeling,
Oh man.
yeah, I got the feeling that nigga just trying to mind his business in the suit. I feel like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I went to Florida not super long ago, and they was talking about how the alligators just don't be on evil shit like how it looks like they are, like how they've had bad PR for years. They're actually not as evil as they look. They just be trying to chill doing their thing. And so I feel like if you guys could rehabilitate Killer Croc's PR, I think it would work.
I feel like
I agree. Anything that would bring Tiffy closer to DC, I'm all for. On the side, Omar said that you remind him of a dude that played RZA on the Wu-Tang American Saga miniseries.
Oh, bro, you know how if he's talking about the rapper, damn, what's his name?
Not actual RZA.
No, I know, but it's a rapper. There's a famous rapper that plays a character in the Wu-Tang series. And Joey Badass. Does Joey Badass play RZA? Because I get
Does
compared to Joey Badass all the time.
Ain't no way.
Omar says Ashton Sanders.
Ashton Sanders. Oh, that's crazy. Oh, this nigga. Oh, the nigga from Moonlight. I'll take it.
You do
I will
have
take
his essence.
it. So you're
You
gay.
know? Not gay. I don't think gay was like the driving point of Moonlight. Like they were
No,
gay,
I
but
said
like the
that-
point was
No, it's just you just said you have his essence. And that's the first thing I thought of. But I thought I looked like Joey Badass. I would have preferred that because I've always been compared to that the most.
I
Joey
think-
Badass.
Joey Badass.
Thank you. I appreciate
I
that.
don't.
See?
I do not.
You don't think I look like Joey Badass?
Yeah. No.
You know what else I get a lot? Lakeith Stanfield. People say I look a lot like Lakeith.
I feel like they say that to all like thin black men who use big words. They like Lakeith. Lakeith.
Nah.
I feel
took
like
it as,
you're. I feel like I
vibes.
would. You seem cooler than Lakeith. Like something
But-
about Lakeith.
Really?
I wouldn't want to be around him.
He seemed like he got
Really?
Yeah,
What?
he seems like he goes. I think it was when I saw him do the PR for Death Note, and he's putting his feet on like Charlemagne's couch. From then on, I said, I don't
That
want to
that
be
was so
around
long
you.
ago though. That was like
Yo,
way
but
back
that
in
you make
2017.
an impression, and that's it. Now I know everything else I see him in is a mask. I saw the real you.
So the actor isn't acting.
Why
always
I
something.
don't honestly I don't respect anyone who does method acting. We were talking about this the other day. I feel like
Oh,
it's
yeah.
a way for specifically men. Like I haven't really heard stories of women being method actors. And they do it to live out fantasies, power fantasies. And I feel like that
Mhm.
like who was he?
Yeah.
He he got to be L. Was he L? I didn't even watch that Death Note.
Yeah, he was L. And
How you mess up Death Note? Death Note don't even got that much magic in it.
it wasn't even his fault. You know what I'm saying? But the niggas messed up Death Note. But it's funny. I saw that movie before I saw the actual anime. And so I was going there with a fresh set of eyes. And I'm not even gonna lie, I was entertained. I was like, this shit kind of cool. I'm not gonna
And then you saw the anime,
a-
you said, "Damn, it's
And
really
I was like,
cooked."
never mind. Yeah, I was like, never mind. But he did a good
They-
L. I feel like if he had a good script, he would have done well.
Yeah, I don't think that he's a bad actor. He just seems annoying to me. And to my point earlier, anybody who's like, I'm a method actor, I'd be like, why?
I think of Jared
Yeah.
Leto in a Suicide Squad, and it's just like, now why was that necessary? You could have just read the script.
For
And
10
just
minutes
gone
of
about
screen
your
time.
day.
That was my other thing. It wasn't like Heath Ledger, where it was like you were the most impactful
The
character. in it.
villain.
He
Yeah.
had an intro and that was it. And I was like, you
Right.
terrorize your co-stars. Why?
For that.
Over what? Over being a side character. Over 3 minutes of screen time total. That's crazy.
Was it 3 minutes?
It was somewhere like in the neighborhood of like 5 minutes of screen time, but that's mostly because he said a lot of his scenes got cut. When they filmed it, like when the movie released, they cut a good majority of his scenes, and he was supposed to play like a bigger role in the story, but Warner Brothers just was not going for the type of story that David Ayer, the director, was telling. So they cut that shit to bits, and good for them too, because David Ayer fucking sucks. Oh my god, David Ayer is so ass.
What else did he do?
I will tell you, he's okay. And the only movie from David Ayer I really enjoy was, and even though it's like blatant propaganda was End of Watch, starring Jake Gyllenhaal and fuck this Latino actor who played two cops in LA. But he did End of Watch. He did he did Fury. That movie was pretty good. That one had Brad Pitt. It had Shia LaBeouf. It was about these like World War II tank operators that were like fighting at the end of World War II. He did one of the worst movies I ever saw in my life in 2019 called The Tax Collector, starring Shia LaBeouf, where he plays this like Shia LaBeouf plays this like Mexican tax collector in the street gangs of LA.
What?
Fucking atrocious. Top 5 worst films of all time. I hate that. Dude, that shit pisses me off to think about.
Well, you should watch
But-
something like The Borderlands or Madam Web to get that out your mouth, you know?
Tiffy, have you seen Borderlands?
No, but I heard it's really bad.
Yeah, I want to know if it's bad good or bad bad. That's the question I'm trying to answer.
I heard it's bad.
I want to see that, but I was not willing to see which one is also bad, but I'm like, I don't even want to see for myself. The black people,
Oh.
Harry Potter, not Harry Potter. American Society.
Oh,
Yo, but
Magical
American
Negro.
Sister, I don't think that was bad. I think it was okay. I think two things. I think if American Fiction didn't come out, Society
Yeah.
of Magical Negroes would have been better. Like it would have been received better. But the stuff that they were trying to say, where it was like they were lightly trying to push the message that American Fiction did. And so we just saw the full message done beautifully. So then to see
And it
it
wasn't
in
done
like
well.
a Disney Channel version of it, it was like, man. But
Yeah.
it wasn't even him being with that Wasian, that there was a reason why that girl that
You
wasn't
got
black
it. You're
was his
almost
love.
there.
I was so close.
You ain't finished on time.
But you know, like there were
You
reasons.
gave up.
It was stopping short, and then that it was like they had a message and they were afraid to actually say it.
I just don't think that's part of it. I think when you make a story about the magical Negro, and it's about sort of like black people's history in media and in real life of like placating to white people, you got to go all in. You can't. My problem was that they sprinkled a rom-com on top of it to try to make it like appealable to the masses. It could have been a comedy, but it should not have been like a rom-com. Is not really the like angle that they should have gone with it, especially in the case of like it being with the Wasian. That shit turned me off. Not to be that guy, but I saw the trailer. I said, y'all got it. It's not
to me.
Yo,
Justice,
I said the same thing.
Is that his name? Justice, whatever his name is. His press tour for that movie, where he started to treat the audience as if they were dumb for not being hyped for his film. And while there are some people who do not understand the magical Negro trope, sure, first of all, educate them at that point. Then be condescending. He was so condescending during that press tour. I'm like, fuck you, fuck your movie. I never watched Detective Pikachu again. Like, and I really like Detective Pikachu. It had a really good Bulbasaur scene, so that makes me sad. But like, he was so sad. He a little sassy during that.
He was a little sassy.
You can talk about the people
Dare
that
I say
your film if you want to.
that nigga
Dare
was
you
uppity.
say what? Uppity? You
That
know,
nigga was
it's crazy.
uppity.
Tiffy, did you hear Tyler Perry try to say it's uppity Negroes who don't like his stuff? He said driving their Porsche, and I was like, how dare you, a billionaire?
Nigga.
I want to say something.
You don't get to make fun of uppity niggas.
Because I signed an NDA. But I will say that when that movie did not do well, my whole spirit smiled. Like I was just
Did you see it?
No.
So I watched it with Alexis and my friend Michelle. And it took us about 4 hours to watch it because we were pausing, and laughing and rewinding it. It was so ridiculous. And the thing is, And Megan Good, I didn't think was great, but I know she's a good actress. I thought she was great in Shazam too.
Yeah. Yeah, I thought she was great in Shazam too. What the fuck are you talking about? Dude,
You
I don't know. I
almost
thought Alden
agreed.
Hodge was great in
You
Black Adam.
almost
Like, what, are
agreed.
you, what the fuck are we?
You were so close. You say, yeah.
No, I was really about to like hype you up, and then Shazam. Not even Shazam 1, where like that movie
she's
at least was a fun.
barely in Shazam 1.
Yeah, and it sucks because like she had a more prominent role in Shazam 2, but that is functionally one of the worst DCEU films. Like top, like bottom
Ooh,
3.
no, it was not. It was not. Shazam 2
Yes, it
was
was.
not bad.
I
I
couldn't
think
finish it.
the worst part about Shazam 2 was it was so clear it was supposed to be Black Adam.
Yeah, that's not
It
the
was
worst
so.
part though.
What was the worst part for you? Let me hear it.
Zachary Levi. Not even gonna hold you.
I forgot about
That
Zachary
shit
Levi.
that Zachary was doing, where his older version of Shazam is younger than his younger version, is more childish than his younger version, is more goofy and stupider than his younger version, turned me off completely. He had the most obnoxious performance I think I've ever seen an actor have, like where he's trying too hard to be adorable and cute and funny, and it just was not working. And it
I
turned me
agree.
off of the
Like
film. I couldn't finish.
it was as if he didn't meet the other actor. And that's why
No,
I
dead
was
ass.
like, Megan Good did great because both Darlas were the same person. Megan Good
She
and
cooked with that.
they were both the same girl. It was the same amount, the inflection in her voices. That's hard to do. That's talent.
It's hard to act like a little girl.
Yes.
it's
We just talked about how Zachary Levi couldn't do it.
That's true. But it was because Zachary Levi is the other person that played Billy, like the actual Billy, was 18 years old in the story. And Zachary Levi acted as though he was like 12. But at the very least, with Darla, they acted similar ages. So it made more sense. It wasn't that Zachary Levi wasn't acting young enough, it was that he was acting too young. And that's where the issue was.
That's
Man,
what I'm
that
saying. The
that nigga,
gauge.
everybody's career fell apart after that film. It actually really sucks because Zachary Levi, who was on his way to becoming an A-lister, went right back down to B-.
No, what's her name is on her way up. Rachel Zegler.
Oh, she's the only one who escaped. I don't even know how.
That's because her talent exceeds all the hateration, yo. Even I think she's even gonna survive Snow White. Because it's not just that her voice is beautiful, she is a good actress. I saw her in high school. I didn't see her in high school. I saw videos of her in high school playing Fiona in the Shrek musical. And she was so funny. She was so good.
Wow.
And I was like, this woman is talented. That's why she getting all these roles.
Yeah. I had just recently seen the Hunger Games. Go ahead, Tiffy. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
Sorry. Hi, ladies, see it in the chat. But also, Frankie, have you watched Shrek on Netflix?
Yes, the musical. Yes.
Yes. Have you?
I've seen it in person too. I'm a musical head. Okay.
Shrek the musical. I have not seen Shrek the musical. It is on Netflix. I hope it's still on Netflix. It is so funny. If you like Shrek the movie, you will like Shrek the musical, even if you're not a musical person. Because it's fucking funny.
It's really funny. It's really good. Yeah, they were really good. I got a couple of the songs on there. Shrek has one, "Who I Be." That shit bangs, yo. That's Who I Be.
You like, why?
Give me hype, yo.
It's the "Let Your Freak Flag Fly" one.
You know what I'm saying? Yo, you know,
right here. Then they do this one. That move. Oh.
Slaps.
Okay.
Also, SpongeBob has a really good. SpongeBob has bangers. The SpongeBob musical. The woman, they get this black woman to play Pearl, and she's just belting some of the best songs. I was like, why is this so good? Y'all be sleeping. Y'all be sleeping. But yeah, remember how they were tearing down Rachel Zegler because she was talking shit about the Snow White movie? You think it's because she don't like Gal Gadot?
No, the Rachel Zegler hate started. When did it actually really start? Was it Snow White or
When
was
they
it
realized
before that?
Latina playing Snow White.
was
That's
that
when
was
it
it really
really,
because she was casted as Snow White? Because
yes.
trying to think.
They were
Damn.
like the
No,
white
it
is
wasn't.
the, they said may as
It's
well
not because she
cast
don't like
Tom
MAGA though.
Cruise as Black Panther. That's always their
Why
Oh,
is
they was tight.
that their only comeback? And it's just like, all right.
my thing is, why don't they ever pick a character where being black is not the core of it? Like, say Cyborg or like use your
Yeah,
imagination. You
They're
know
all
what I'm saying? Y'all be
yeah.
picking the African character, like be for real.
Ain't no white niggas in Africa. Yeah, it don't work. It don't work with Black Panther. But if they, and that's the thing when I be getting arguments in the comment section, because they'll actually sometimes will actually bring up a character that his race isn't that important to the character, and they'll be like, why not just a white version of, like, why not have a white actor play? What was the one that they had? Fucking, what was it? Oh, I forgot. But there's this one DC black. uh It's one of the Robins. What's that nigga's name?
Oh, Duke Thomas?
Yeah, it was like, why not have a white nigga play Duke? I said, cool. I'm not
I don't
super.
know. I think being black is part of his story too. Yeah, but look, people are in the comments like, what if Harriet Tubman was played by a white actress?
My response to that,
What's
I'd be
the?
like, I don't know. When they make that film, come back and ask me how I feel about that. I'll make a video just for you.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Ask me when
I'll watch it and let you know.
yeah, that you just there's no winning
We
that
gonna
argument.
find out.
What's
It's
an
really not.
argument in the comment section that you read and said, I got time today? I was just telling Jugo about this yesterday. I made a video about how Kelser on The Boys, spoilers, is not real. And
Oh
I
yeah.
was getting dragged. One guy was like, "You stupid fucking American." Kelser's in the comments, blah 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 blah,
Mm.
going off. I gave people a 2-day grace period after it was revealed that he was fake. And then whoever didn't come back to that comment section to apologize, I individually responded to. It was like, you owe me an apology. You're dumb as fuck. Like every single one. I was like, what's going I just spent a good, cool, smooth hour in my comment section. Uh approving comments that were in my filter
Approved. That's crazy.
to put them and just letting them know, and it felt so good. I was like, I know you feel dumb. It was great. Or actually even better, this one guy after I had made my Eternals take where I was like the Eternals was actually good, went in like 4 or 5 of my videos saying you don't read comics, and then I went to his page
Nah,
and he had an art page, and I responded to him, you need to be focusing on your light sources, on your trash ass art instead
I
of
seen that. I seen that.
that's the one time, because I normally don't be petty, but for some reason that one time I was that petty. Everybody was screenshotting it and sending it to me. They was like, Frankie, his
Bro, you
art was
got
so bad,
mean.
yo. And then everybody looked at his art. It was like, yeah, that he definitely needs a light source.
You
Not for
got mean as fuck, bro.
That's
It's
what they
funny
don't
as
get. Like, don't come at me and you're an artist, because I do nothing but stare at art all day. Confirmed kill is
Mm,
crazy. Tiffy, when did you have
mm.
time? When was the last time you had a good time?
probably oh my gosh. That video I made where the person thought I was talking shit about Nicki Minaj. So he had several comments like that I just saw in my notifications, and it was talking all kinds of shit about Megan. And I'm just reading them and I have no context whatsoever. He saw on the Cruella video, which was from months previously, I said that the narcissist, I explained what a narcissist was basically, and I said some of your faves suffer from the same affliction. And he took that as me talking about Nicki Minaj, and then came over to my most recent video months later and is going off and just saying these random comments. So I read him in a video, and since he called me a big back, I'm just like, you can't shame me about eating because I be posting what the fuck I eat. I'm mad proud of it. So then I like use that like while at Disneyland, and I did what I said I was gonna do. I went and got my little garlic pretzel thing. I was enjoying the fuck out of that, and that was a very fun response video. Anytime I include screenshots of people's comments, especially when I let them gather up or when I let them brew like a storm and I have a whole bunch of them, oh, that's when I'm just like ready. Let me get it over a minute so it qualifies for the creator fund as well.
Let me get paid. Let me get a little cheese.
Well,
I love that. How did he respond?
He blocked me on TikTok. And I don't normally go find people on other social platforms. I generally think that is kind of weird. But I went to go find him on Instagram and I tagged him in the video and I was like, well, I found you over here, baby. I just wanted to make sure you saw the video that Auntie made for you because I know
that's what you wanted, attention.
Wanted my attention and you got it. So
yo, these guys be talking crazy to me and it always says follow back. Every time it says follow back.
Every time.
And they be talking to me nuts. Because I know they want me to talk. I'm like, say you think I'm cute.
Flowers.
Yeah, they trying to spin back. Oh,
let's get claps in the chat.
Claps in the chat for real. Everybody lock in for real. I need clap emojis. Thank you very much.
Clap emojis, yo.
Yeah, bro. Gotta lock in.
Who goes? When was the last time you had to gather somebody up?
I'll be so real with you guys, and I love having conversations about this because I don't argue with niggas. I only like arguing with my friends. I only like arguing with people who in real life I know that there's like a camaraderie there. When it comes to online niggas, when niggas get in my comment section, I have like kind of like when you go to the club and you have like a 4 dialogue option situation where it's like by the 4th you're done. I'll reply to you 4 times, you still pissing me off, you getting blocked, twin. That's as far as
Tiffy doesn't know. Okay, Tiffy. I have this rule whenever I go to an event that I have 4 lines of dialogue to get into the event. And if I don't, I leave. To VIP too. So if by the 4th line of dialogue, if I like, and not the pleasantries, hey, how are you, are not lines, but I give my name, all that stuff. If by the 4th line, they're still, oh, I don't see you here, you got to wait, I'll say thank you and I'll leave. We went to an event at Rebel Moon and I did the 4 lines of dialogue. They didn't let me in VIP. I took my happy ass home. And my house was like 40 minutes away. I said, you know what? I said, Godspeed, y'all.
Bro, you should have seen her. Because we got in the function. That wasn't even, we got into the club, but Frankie needed to get in VIP where the actual cast was at. She said, I'm not doing Gen Pop. I'm not spending time with commoners. And so she walks up over there and they're like, nah.
Yo, at this point too,
she's like, fuck it.
I said, I'm out. At this point too, it is a little dangerous for me to be in Gen Pop. The weirdest people are my ops, yo. There's a man obsessed with me who, all his ops are not the type of people that we want to, that I want to be around. So
be around.
Don't know who this man obsessed with you is.
The one who made 14 videos about me on. He probably on this live. That's why I say his name. But the one who made.
The nigga actually
made 14 videos about me and didn't tag me in not one.
This
Him and his
nigga
followers
has
are
the
weird.
greatest spies I ever seen. His following is crazy.
I don't like tag my videos. I'm like, please do not summon your father here. He is blocked. Like,
I don't think that personally. My hot take is he doesn't really have spies. I think it's him.
Really?
I think he follows me. I think he follows all of them. Yeah. So, but nah, I see some people tag him and stuff, like in some of my videos still, like to this day.
Really?
Yeah. Which I'm like, why are you tag? You don't think he's blocked if I'm pinned to his page? Maybe I'm not pinned to his page anymore. I'm sure I am.
They used to tag him in my videos every time I would talk about the MCU. And I'm not gonna lie, I used to get hella scared because at the time it would be when I was like sitting on like 15, 20. And that dog walking shit, that shit could end niggas' careers when it's like
never. There's not one person. There's not one person whose career has been ended.
That and the career, but if I get a whole bunch of comments in my videos talking about, oh, he bitched you, oh, he dog walked you, all this and that, I'm gonna get so tight. I be getting anxiety easy. That shit would actually have me off the app for at least a couple days. So I was scared as hell. Thankfully, he made one video about me, I think, because you sent it to me, and nothing ever came about it as a result. Like nobody came to my comment section, nobody harassed me or anything. So my experience with his fans has been pretty positive.
Yeah, because you're a guy.
I'm a man.
Yeah.
I'm
You're
a
a
nigga.
man.
He's not gonna slide on me.
He's not gonna go that hard. Yeah, I mean, I agree. It is hard. Like for when I was going through that Dune situation for about a month, uh, even sometimes I don't like. I just made a video about Iyanu, and I called Yemi the Beyonce of Nigeria. Like she has a bunch of Grammys. She's a big artist.
Yeah,
Niggas are talking to me brazy. They're talking to me so
that's
crazy in
crazy.
my comment. And I was like, Nigerians too, they're all Nigerians and they're talking to me crazy. I'm like, I feel like that girl who's arguing Maya. I was like, then I'll take this down. And I ain't promoting shit from your country if you don't fuck with me. Like, if y'all want to be that way, and I gotta remember that it's not all of them. It's just
It's not
Yemi
all of them.
Alade. I said she was the Beyonce. Everybody's like, what about what's her name? It starts with a T. Not Tyler.
Thames.
No, not Thames. Thames is British.
Oh.
I forgot. No, the Beehive never came for me because plot twist, I'm in it.
You are not a
in the
member of the Beehive.
I'm secretly a member of the Beehive, actually.
You are a Beyonce fan. You are not a Hive member. That's a whole different situation.
I love her. Let me see. Where you at?
Okay. So I think I am making this guy right here.
Okay.
And it says 3 of these little guys, right? But it says 1 of him, or is this 3 for both of them?
Let me see.
Is this 3, or do I do this 3 times? I put the liner.
Oh no. So the 2 times is
The
oh
two
yeah. You're making 2 stems and they both that's how you construct it.
Right. So this one, this 3 here, this it's mirrored. This 3 that's right here, that says grab 3 of these little pieces, but just 1 of this little piece. I don't understand. It doesn't fit. I cannot fit 3 of these inside of there.
Do they stack? Is it that you need 9?
They didn't say nothing about math on the box.
You said you said don't say nothing about no. The 3 is the part identifier. You only need 1.
1. So 1 goes in here logically, right? They're telling me to make this little guy 3 times, right? So I'm putting these. So I'm making 3 of these little mini lightsabers.
Where's
Mini lightsabers? Where's One Shop Customs? We need you. That's the
he was cooking.
That's the expert.
Yeah. Where is that nigga?
Said no.
Ducky said no.
Okay, then I will dismantle my lightsaber. So I will only need 1 of these. I'm sorry to interrupt your conversation.
We talking random. We talking about random shit.
There was nothing being said. I'm not even gonna lie. Wait, you said you were a Beehive agent, and they're saying W Sleeper Hive agent. That's what they're saying in the comments.
Yeah.
Oh,
I actually registered for the Beehive.
Did you? It's a real thing you can register.
Yeah, when you went to buy the tickets, he said you need to register for the Beehive and give a drop of blood, or you're not getting tickets.
Oh nah. Oh, you guys are part of a cult. That's a cult.
The blood thing I made up.
The urine sample.
The urine sample is crazy.
And in California, we got to give a urine sample instead of getting blood. Like, so you got to opt in for whichever one you wanted.
Right. She just
That's
says, I
crazy
need your
work.
DNA.
Just
And I was
something to
like,
register.
whatever you need.
Damn, that's serious for y'all. I respect it. Respect it for real.
Have you
Yeah.
heard Lemonade?
You know, it is one of the best R&B albums ever. So I got to give respect where respect is due. You know how I feel about Beyonce as a brand, but I can never disrespect her artistry. I can never
Thank
talk
you.
down on just what she is as an artist. She's like that. And it's so
Uh-huh.
crazy that niggas, there is no singer alive that I would even consider on her level, let alone like above her. And it's crazy that the names that niggas try to put next to her, like there was a Chris Brown versus Beyonce debate that was actually happening for a really long time on Twitter. And it was the most delusional conversation ever because the niggas who were standing Chris Brown were talking about how he's a better dancer because he could do flips. So
have you heard Deuces? No, people were, I think it was somewhere around them saying Taylor Swift. Yeah.
That's where you lost me. That's
They
where you
said
lost me.
Taylor Swift Red is better than To Pimp a Butterfly.
No way they didn't. No
Yeah,
way.
you don't remember that? There was that creator Cole, I think his name is. He wears like a headband. He has like long, luxurious hair. I think he's Latino.
Yeah, I think I know who you're talking about.
And he made this joke video where he was like, to be on the outside of Taylor Swift and to not know what she's been doing since that first, hit country album is so bizarre. He was like, it's like if you heard Chico Beans is the biggest artist in the world. Like someone said Chico Beans has a bigger carbon footprint than Google. Like, could you imagine? Or they're like, Chico Beans album is better than Damn. Or
Yeah,
like,
it's better
you'd be
than
like,
Damn.
oh shit, for real?
Yeah, that would be a crazy situation. That would be a crazy reality. Yeah, nobody ever expected Taylor Swift to sort of rise as meteorically as she did and sort of maintain that position at the top for as long as she's has. I can't lie, I gotta respect is due because I don't know what deal with the devil she made to hold on to these little girls' necks, but she's had them in a chokehold for the last decade. And
She's
every
been on
new
tour.
generation of teenagers.
She's been on tour for
money.
2 years. Because she was on tour when Renaissance was on tour. Before Renaissance was on tour.
Yeah.
She was on tour. And I realized they were talking about her show got canceled in somewhere. And I was like, this was just still on tour? It's been 2 years.
Same tour?
Yeah. She was.
What new tour? When did she have time to build a new tour? You get what I'm saying? Like it takes like 6 months to a year to build a tour.
Is this the Eras tour or is that what this is?
It has to still. Let me look right now to see.
I like that they do the friendship bracelets. I'm not gonna lie. I think that it's so cute. I know that it came from raver culture, but it makes me want to make friendship bracelets and take them to cons and like give them out the way that they do at Taylor Swift concerts. I think that's
cute.
So, Frankie, I think that you should make friendship bracelets with me and then we should give them out at New York Comic Con. That's so much time to prepare. I'll make bracelets if you don't want to. I just really want
Let's do it. We could put it in a basket and just like really, yeah, it's still the Eras tour. And let me tell you, tickets start. The cheapest tickets I see are in London. Let's get quick guesses on what the tickets in London are. Cheapest tickets. Oh yeah, 512.
Jesus Christ!
Very close. Indianapolis, 2,399 is the cheapest ticket. I didn't even know they had cheese like that in Indianapolis.
In what universe? I've never been to a concert before, so I don't know.
I gotta see how much this $2,000 ticket is.
So what are the price of concert ticket prices usually? I've never been to a concert. What's the average?
Old, so when I was younger, tickets were $100.
Light work.
Like I
Light
saw
work.
when the Migos and Drake did a concert together. When was that? 2018, 2017. I got
Mm.
tickets close to the floor in the Garden, and they were 180, and we were
No.
tripping about the 180. We were
Damn.
tripping
That is
about the
goes to show
180.
you. That is
I
expensive.
saw Beyonce, but the first two, I saw almost every Beyonce concert. The concert before this, the homecoming concert, I think I got her tickets for like 250. That was like 4 years ago. Taylor Swift is the one who set this, right? Remember? And those Swifties was fighting for us. Whereas like
Yeah.
Taylor Swift like wasn't monitoring Master, and so the resale of
Yeah.
those tickets were going up to like 600, 700, to the point where
Yeah.
SZA tickets are $600. She can't hold a note live. I
Damn.
love SZA's music.
Really?
I love SZA's music.
That's heartbreaking.
She's terrible live. Look up a video of her live. It's so heartbreaking.
Damn.
Like
That is
It's
six
heartbreaking.
hundred
She's so good.
dollars.
at least like entertaining. Okay.
Is it entertaining?
Yeah, so someone said saw Silk Sonic in Las Vegas for about $300 a ticket.
I would
mm.
love to see Silk Sonic.
We had floor seats to that Britney show in Vegas, and I remember the ticket was $300.
That's not okay. So that seems actually hella expensive now that I think about it. Yeah, that's wild. $300 for it. That's like a flight. Like
That
it's
was a
smooth
floor seat.
little-
That was a floor seat, though. I think that's
okay.
expensive, but for a floor seat, okay. Now
For a
that
floor
seat is
seat,
$1,500.
it depends on the artist though, because it's like the highest I think ever pay for floor seat tickets is 500, and that's got to be like Kendrick on some real shit.
Or
That's
Beyonce.
the
You're
only,
gonna
or
you're gonna see
Beyonce. Yeah, like it's
history.
got to be one of those. It's got to be one of those. Like I'm not going to a fucking Denzel Curry concert and pay anything more than $150 for floor
You're gonna
seat
see
tickets.
Steve Lacy.
I'm not going to fucking JID concert off none of that shit. Hell no.
What about
Not even Big
Tzo's
Sean is
touchdown?
getting
How much would you spend?
get though. I spend 25 for floor seats, $25 for smooth floor seats, and we're gonna be locked in for the day. But that's as far as I go. That's why I never went to a concert before, because I was like, I could never justify the prices because the bitches used to.
You got to do. You're young. You got to go to music festivals. That's my jam personally.
That's where it is. That's where really the bang for your buck is at, like all the festivals.
And Kendrick still does it. He headlined last year for Gov Ball here in New York. He was excellent.
Oh, he headlined Gov Ball, really?
It was him. It was supposed to be Thames, but Ari Lennox did it instead. What's his name? Not Sanfa, the one from Long Beach. Labyrinth.
Yeah.
Not Little Nas X was it? Little Nas X was actually the worst. He said, "I'm tired. I don't want to be here," and then did a half-ass show, dead ass.
That's crazy.
Yeah,
I'd be scared.
But yeah,
I'd be
it's pretty
scared
good.
to go to concerts because half the time them niggas don't show up. Half the time them niggas be late too.
They be good,
especially
though.
rappers.
But like when you go to a music festival, it's about the vibes, right? There's activations. You spending all day smoking, you chilling, you meet new people. It's a lot of fun. It's a lot of fun.
Facts. I definitely do want to see what actually the first musical performance, like concert type musical performance I ever seen was Jason Derulo. I just realized at the fucking what was it, the
SDCC?
Yeah, that was the first like
Jason
live
Derulo.
musical performance I ever.
Yo,
I can't believe it was
Tiffy,
Derulo.
he
of
was
all
loving
people.
up Jason Derulo. He said, "This my song."
I promise I wasn't. I promise I wasn't. I promise you I wasn't. Because I got videos of you actually going crazy, like to Jason Derulo. You was losing your mind. I want you to know that everybody in my generation thinks of Jason Derulo as the famous TikToker, not the.
No, everybody
not the
in my generation
artist.
thinks he's whack. Like that poor
So
man.
it's just you.
It's just
You was
thought it was a
hyped. You was
generation.
hyped. I thought it was a generational. That's even worse on you. That it's just unique to you. That you
Yo,
was
they
fucking-
hate Jason Derulo because people in my generation believe he's a scab for Chris Brown. Like when Chris Brown went to jail, Jason Derulo pulled up and was a
Yeah,
whiter
he's
version
PG
of Chris Brown.
Yeah, he's PG Chris Brown, and honestly, I love him
Alrighty,
for that. Like that's the one thing I actually
alrighty
respect
then.
about him.
It be your own people. Oh shoot, my headphones are dying, so I gotta go, y'all.
All right, man.
Tiffy, show us where you're at.
I have these stems.
Oh, you did them. One shot. Where were you when we needed you? You the avatar. Gone.
He asked for the number. He asked what
Oh, he
the
did?
yeah, y'all. I told you.
He
then
said she got it done.
Flowers.
I love them.
I think those are going to go on these stems, and then I'll be done with the first bag. And then I have these daisies as well.
I love it. Well, I'll probably be back on tomorrow if you have time. For both of you, I'll probably be on. If I do, it'll be around 9 Eastern, which will be 6 your time, 8 your time. So I'll keep you guys abreast. I had a really good time, y'all. Thank you, y'all. We did it.
Yeah, it's fun. Yeah, good job, guys. Literally, y'all do your thing.
All right, I'll talk to you soon.
Bye.